Test.
In preparation of our national anthem, sung today by Anna Graceman.
Who's Anna Graceman?
Whenever you're ready, girl.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's
And the twilight's last gleaming, moons rush rise and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the race we watch were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets rhythm, the bucklers singing, gave proof through the night that our land was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave?
We were getting some feedback, so I had to turn that off. You guys are very welcome.
She likes to hide. She'll bring my mic in a little bit, but she doesn't like to be seen. It's more comfortable.
All right, kickoff underway. Wolfpack.
Chain crew. By working the chain.
And hey guys, just a little heads up. We are in a position in the booth where there's a lot of voices in the background, so that's just going to be part of the game.
All right. You can earn yourself a free meal.
As the chain crew gets ready, we have the 8-1 River City Tigers taking on the 5-2 Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Mid-Valley Wolfpack won back-to-back champions and have started to struggle a little bit, while the Tigers might have slipped up on game one, but have been on an 8-game win streak since. Absolutely dismantling their opponent last week in the Reno Raiders, scoring 70 plus on offense and not a point on defense.
An interesting statistic with that, Tony, the starting quarterback for the Tigers, Ace Boogie, has finally surpassed Tyrone Williams, the typical starting quarterback for the Wolfpack, with his yards. Took him 9 games just to show you how great Tyrone is. But Ace Boogie, he's no joke either. He's a solid guy.
Tyree Dyer on the return for the Tigers.
And you're absolutely right. Roughly the same amount of attempts, about 10 more attempts. And that just goes to show you how much of a passing attack the Wolfpack did have with Tyrone Williams at the helm, that he was able to accumulate almost 80 attempts in 3 games. And Ace Boogie over here, the Boogie Monster for the Tigers, did that in 9 games. Now I did hear that he was getting pulled in the second half of a couple of games, which is very understandable when you beat teams by 70 points. And we're going to start with 2 receivers far out to left, tight end tight on the left, running back on the right-hand side, who's going to get the run, trying to get to the outside. And he is going to get to the outside and just very lackadaisical on the sideline, steps out of bounds. Edward Segura comes up hot, hits him on the sideline. Tigers sideline did not like that, but the referees feel like he was hit inbounds.
That's right, Tony. That was number 38, Howard Warren, running back for the Tigers. What I really liked there, Tony, was the offensive line of the Tigers' movement. Looking at it, I would say that the Wolfpack, who we've been saying all season have arguably the best, or at least most physical D-line of the league, they might actually be bigger than the O-line, but these guys, these O-linemen for the Tigers, these are athletic dudes. They stretched out far on that.
And so the Boogie Monster in shotgun again with 3 receivers to his right, gets it, looks to throw, throws to the sideline. That's going to be hit right as he catches it, but that's a first down. Number 2, Raymond Griffin.
First down. 24 of the Wolfpack with the tackle.
Yeah, you know, Tony, what I like about that is just these are 2 simple bread and butter plays. First one was a stretch to the left, run. Everyone stretches as far as they can to the left, and that was just a simple little hitch, 5-yard, 3 big steps, turn around, catch the ball. A lot of times it's that basic stuff, those basic plays, or what you get the chemistry going on the offense. Psychologically, you get more into the game.
So with 2 receivers on the right, Boogie snaps low, hands it off as a run, and then the Wolfpack defensive line going to find him in the backfield. But he says, I don't care. I'm going to take defenders and make them carry him like I'm a child with a backpack. Could have been a loss of 3, ends up being a gain of 3.
And that was their, the guy they used again, Howard Warren, number 38. You know, what I do like about that play was, even though it was a terrible snap, they still got some positive yards, man. I mean, that just shows you, like, even when things go bad, to still get something out of it is a good sign of why you're 8-1.
So the Boogie Monster is going to say, hey, I want 2 receivers far out to the right, 1 receiver down here on the left-hand side. Nope, take it all back. We're going to go ahead and move Howard Warren on my left-hand side back here. Now we're going to send him in motion. Boogie looks to pass. Boogie throws it across the middle. Boogie, that's going to be intended for number 11, Devin Baldwin, but hits the grass.
Number 11.
You know, Tony, I think that was actually a respectably good throw by Ace Boogie. He has a respectable arm, man. Good zip. The only thing I wasn't really feeling too much was it felt like he was kind of predetermined where he was going to go. It almost looked like he was staring down his receiver a bit. I think he saw 2 safeties, and as a lot of Madden players know, a classic beater with 2 safeties is that post up the middle, which that was. But the thing is, when you keep staring at him that long in real football as opposed to Madden, the safeties are going to move where the quarterback's eyes are, and so they just close quickly on that.
Anthony Worthy Sr., the football god playing safety back there, read the quarterback's eyes, was able to break up that pass. So Boogie in the pistol, flag on the play, throws it across the middle. That's a strike, first down, and a little extra as the receiver falls inside the red zone, but let's see what that flag is.
I think it was on the defense, Tony.
There's a penalty flag at the 38-yard line.
I'm getting that vibe. A lot of the, definitely on the defense, the ref's pointing. You know, Tony, one thing I really like is Ace Boogie, man. You got a nice amount of zip in his arm. To be honest with you, the only other guys we've seen this season covering the Wolfpack that have a zip when their throw like that were Tyrone Williams and I would also say Scott Thompson, all-around athlete. But this guy, Ace Boogie, man, he's got a good arm.
I was able to talk to Scott after the game yesterday, and like you were saying...
Yesterday or last week?
Excuse me, last week, with amazing velocity on the ball. He just had to get pulled because you want to make sure that your quarterback knows the plays, and he was playing quarterback as the run up the middle for the Tigers is met with nothing but defenders, and that is going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Number 10 of the Wolfpack.
Now that's what we're used to seeing right there, Tony, with the Wolfpack's D-line. Big physical guys, man, and I think after the first couple runs of getting the ball moved down their throat, they weren't having it anymore. As soon as they saw that, they crashed down on it. What I'm curious to see is, now that we see the Wolfpack's defense biting more on the run, will that open up to plays later for play action? That's when the quarterback fakes a run but goes to pass.
And the Tigers, one of the most balanced teams in the league, with rushing and passing being on the helm, as Boogie looks center, has time, so much time you could buy a car, finally throws it away, and it's batted at the line, and the ball hits the grass, bringing up 3rd and 10 over here.
Pass is incomplete, batted down.
You know, Tony,
that's going to bring out 3rd.
what's interesting about Ace Boogie, you and I, well, actually really this whole team, but interesting about Ace Boogie is you and I, we saw a little documentary that the team had made before the season starts. And Ace told us a little about his history. He did get a little time playing quarterback in high school, but mostly focused on receiver. After high school, when he started doing semi-pro, he was still playing receiver, but then he had an injury to his knee. It was like ACL, I believe, tear. And since then, he's just stayed at quarterback. But you can see he's the kind of guy who can get it done. What I liked about that play was, even though that defensive pass rush was coming in pretty heavy, he didn't panic. He was still reading his offensive line where the open area was to make the throw till the very end.
And so the Tigers move. Ace Boogie throws it to the end zone, and it's over everybody's head, and the ball hits the ground, bringing up 4th and 10.
Pass falls incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
My guess is that still seemed like, I think he was already predetermined where he was going to throw, because that guy wasn't open at all, man. Anthony, senior football god, was all over that. He had to throw it really high. It would have been insanely impressive if the receiver got it.
And so with a 4th and 10, the Tigers say, no mercy, we are going for it here. The ball is on the 20.5-yard line, so they are right outside of the red zone. After that big catch that they were able to get here, kind of stuttered a little bit. And let's see what the Boogie Monster's able to do here with 2 receivers on either side of him. Oh, ball hits the ground, and that is going to be turnover on downs. Looked like Boogie might have taken his eyes off the ball a little early.
I would say so, Tony. I mean, that seemed like a good snap. It got their back. I think maybe it was one of those things where, you know, it's 4th and 10. Obviously, as quarterback, the pressure's on you because you know you're 99% chance you're going to throw. And I don't think it was nerves, like he was scared. I think he was excited. He wanted to get that ball quick to make the play.
Well, just like that, the Wolfpack defense is able to make 4 consecutive plays, come up with 0 yardage, and the Wolfpack's offense is...
Hey, hold on. They say they can't hear anything.
I don't think that's true. I think he's wrong.
Hey, guys, to those watching, please just let us know. Can you hear us or not? Because Little Nightmare says he can't. And actually, I do think he's wrong because I just checked my phone and it sounds like we're fine.
So, Scott Thompson in at quarterback. Both of us were blown away last week when Scott Thompson did play quarterback. He had plenty of zip on the ball. Why the Tigers look like they're going to go single high safety right off the get as Thompson throws it. Ooh, ball hits the ground, intended for Rick Woods behind.
Incomplete, intended for 0.
That looked like that was just a slight mistiming. It was actually a good read, but the Tigers looked like they blitzed their backer and had a free rusher. So Scott, he had to get rid of the ball pretty quick. Good read, good place to go, but he moved looking from the right side of the field back to the left side too quick, and I don't think he was able to get his feet set, and it was behind Rick Woods.
So Scott Thompson, born in the 80s, still playing in this game, says, I want 3 receivers on my left-hand side in shotgun with Maurice on my right-hand side. And Maurice McLean steps up to block as Scott throws it to the sideline, and that is over the head of everybody, out of bounds, bringing up
thrown away.
3rd and 10.
I'm going to say that was probably nerves. I mean, at the end of the day, man, we're all human. You know, Tom Brady, he's thrown pick sixes in the Super Bowl. what I'm hoping is, as this game goes on, Scott will get more into the game and we'll see more of the potential that this man has, because I'm telling you, this guy is an all-around athlete, and I've seen him tear it up at quarterback too.
What are you seeing out of the Tigers defense that is, or why the Wolfpack keeps wanting to pass here?
I am wondering the same thing. You know, I don't know why they didn't want to maybe try a little running.
And just like that, a pick six the other way for the River City Tigers. Antoine Pookie Brooks from Yuma College.
Go Brooks!
You know,
The pick six.
that was actually not a bad read. He was open if he would have thrown it a lot quicker. That was just way too late delivered and too soft coming. It's one of those plays, Tony, where you got to do what they call a grab, stab, and throw. Get the ball, get your feet set, and drive it in there hard. If he would have, the quarterback, the receiver, Vincent Johnson, might have been able to turn around and make a play for it. But way too soft of a ball, man.
And just like that, River City Tigers up 6-0 with the PAT getting ready to start here.
You know, Tony, I'm going to be honest, man. Any guy I know that likes football, deep down in his heart wants to play quarterback. Just because you could throw a spiral and you've played Madden, you might lie to yourself and say you can do it, but you have no idea how much pressure it is. And to be real with you, with that start, I would be impressed. This is one of those big make or break situations for Scott. Obviously, man, great athlete, great guy. I hope he bounces back. I hope he has the confidence in himself. But again, that was a really rough start.
Isaac Sehan is blocked by the Wolfpack.
Nice block by the Wolfpack, though, man. They got back there fast.
For our watch party. Come here and eat, drink, and watch our games with fellow fans. What's more, our parties come with great entertainment and a lively atmosphere that will make you feel like you're right there on the field. Upgrade your game day experience by joining us at El Patron for our watch party on game day.
Say you're a small business owner, and you're looking to get your business in front of a targeted audience. Let me tell you a secret. You can get a promo for your business on our games. And what that promo will do is it will give you prominent placement. So instead of paying thousands of dollars for a small business ad space, you're paying a lot less in our broadcast. And you'll be able to get your business in front of a targeted audience.
Dear Rick, Mario, and Mark, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of something greater than myself. I promise to put forth my best effort to learn, to grow, and to always look for ways to help others. I hope that in my actions I bring excitement and respect to you and those around me. Thank you for believing in me. If you want to be a part of something greater than yourself, visit cfcafootball.com for more information.
Tired of boring animal shows that just don't capture the essence of these fascinating creatures?
Crazy.
Introducing our live animal shows. Our experienced handlers bring some of the world's most incredible animals right to your doorstep. What's more, our shows are not only entertaining but also educational and interactive. Experience the wonder of the animal kingdom with our live animal.
And we're back. Hey, I think something's going on with your sound. And we're back. Tigers getting ready to kick it off.
A little windy out here in West Sacramento over off the river. So the Tigers are going to go ahead and hold this ball down.
I will say though, guys, this is beautiful football weather, man. Yeah, the sun's out, but there's a nice little breeze. Not too cool. It's pretty perfect. I think by the time we get halftime, we're gonna have the lights come on.
Oh, off the hands and face mass of Breezel. Finally picked up by Red. Oh, who was that?
That was Javonte Williams.
There it is.
Number 28.
Number X, Javonte Williams. He dropped the ball there. I'm surprised. I think honestly, Javonte's coming back from a hand injury because that guy is a deadly receiver.
That's going to bring up first down and 10 for the visiting Wolfpack.
My guess here, Tony, they're going to run the ball, and I think that I wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers expect it too.
Now, that was something that I did kind of think about earlier, Braden. was once the Wolfpack lost Tyrone Williams for injury, they stayed with the pass. And I would have liked to see them kind of establish the run early, knowing that they had a couple of quarterbacks. That quarterback wasn't their first position. And with the spread offense, they are sticking. They're going to live and die by the pass.
You know, this isn't they're blitzing, though. That is cover one right there. That means they're probably blitzing. Everyone else is manned up. Sure enough.
Ball on the ground, picked up by the River City Tigers, and that is going to be a turnover. And the Tigers are absolutely dominating early in this first quarter.
Ball was fumbled and recovered by Marcus Brown.
You know, man, this is this classic situation where
and 10 for your Tigers.
it's the big make or break moment. By the way, just so we said, for those of you who are just joining, we're in this booth. It's loud. There's a lot of other players, and there's a commentator that's doing the speeches for the game. So if you hear an outside noise, there you go. But dude, Tony, this is definitely one of those situations where you want to have confidence in yourself and never lose competition. Always keep fighting. You know, you 2 drives in a row, bad things happen. Just like we think about the Patriots against the Falcons, 28-3 down by the second half with middle of the third quarter. You can't give up on yourself.
Boogie looks to pass, throws it to the end zone, ball's in the sky and out of the hands of the River City Tigers for Jordan Jackson, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Jackson definitely had Tim Brown on that. That was, Jordan should have caught that. That was a great throw by Ace Boogie, which shows you, man, this guy's got zip and he's got accuracy. That was what they refer to as touch, where you're not relying on throwing it too hard. You just getting enough umph on it, but more getting that nice accuracy to put it in the place it needs to be as a quarterback.
And so the Boogie Monster with 2 receivers taking a page out of the Wolfpack's book, saying we are going to come out in a pass-heavy formation, but we're going to actually run it to the outside, try to get to the outside, and he is able to. Howard Warren picks up about 4 on that.
Howard Warren on the carry to the right-hand side.
You know, one thing that we've seen, Tony, so far with the Tigers is they've been pretty balanced. I would be guessed to say that almost all the plays have been half pass, half run. And I'm thinking that that's actually part of their strategy. Even when we saw them warming up, going over team plays, it was the same thing. They passed as much as they ran the ball, try to get that balanced approach.
And when you have that balanced approach and you're facing that as a defense, does that just keep you honest? You're not allowed to do a whole lot?
That's the whole point, too, because we know, especially playing Madden, right, we always going to be super aggressive on defense, get a lot of blitzes, get a lot of interceptions, just dominate. And you play against that aggression with the defense by mixing it up. So they're always guessing. You want to frustrate the defense. There's the old saying, Tony, take what the defense gives you. You see how they line up, do the opposite of what they're trying to do so that they keep guessing. And whether it's during the play or during the play calls like the Tigers are doing, it does make it harder for the defense.
And that right there, that play that we just witnessed right there, that is a pass play, but that is also an extension of the run, is it not?
You know, basically, you know, in a lot of people who watch, say, college football, you'll see more of those. That's referred to as a bubble screen, especially Oregon. They're the ones who really popularized it in the early 2000s. But yeah, the bubble screen is basically the run for the receiver. You do a little under the line of scrimmage route. Your other receivers block for you, and you just follow the blocks up the sideline.
Now, there was a flag on that play right as the ball was
Carry brought down in the backfield. There is a penalty flag on the play.
You know what I'm also surprised too, Tony, is I've seen the runs, but from the Tigers, but most of them been outside, not too much up the middle. They did try to run it once up the middle, but that was when the Wolfpack just snuffed it out. So I'm going to tell you this, as an OC, what I would think is like, okay, once we show a little strength in one area, this offensive coordinator is not going to stick with it. He's going to move off of it fast. I think that they're intimidated by running it up the middle right now with the Tigers.
Okay, so it does look like that might have been picked up, or the ball kind of just ended up being put right there at the 8. So I'm going to readjust that.
Back decline the play. That'll bring out second down and goal.
What are at the 7?
Yeah, the ball's at the 8-yard line.
All right, so Ace Boogie, 2 receivers on the right. Shotgun, running back on the right. Boogie throws it to the end zone. The ball hits the ground, unfortunately.
Incomplete and intended.
Yeah, that's one of those slot no stem slants where you just off the ball as the slot receiver, which is the inside receiver, opposite of the wideout, which is towards the sideline. You just run a direct 45-degree angle right from the line of scrimmage. You could do that if the middle linebacker is a little more onto the opposite side of that slot. But the last thing you want to do as a quarterback is lead him. If there's any route that you don't want to lead a receiver on, is the slot slant, because that middle linebacker would clean his clock. And that guy knew it. If he caught that ball, Segura would have knocked him out.
And with a late substitution on defense, the football god comes out, knows that. Tigers go to the end zone. Looks like that is up. And what an amazing play by Damian Ross as the ball came in. He smacked it away. That is a studly play right there.
Number 28.
I really like that guy, Damian Ross, man. We've called his name a couple times, dude. This guy is like Spider-Man little athleticism, dude. Like he'll always just jump around, all angles. I think that's, if any strength I've seen from Ross is if he's by the receiver, any position, he's at least going to get hands on him. Like as a receiver, you better have really good hands because you're going to be catching in traffic with that guy. He's not the biggest, but definitely has the biggest heart and great athlete.
And so with a 4th and 8, 4th and goal, the Tigers with 3 receivers on the right.
I wouldn't be surprised if you see a fade.
Ace Boogie looking hard, finally gets it away. The ball looks like it might be caught at the 5-yard line, but the receiver was down, and that's going to be turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs.
Yeah, Boogie had nowhere to go there, man. I wasn't surprised if he tried to escape the pocket. You know, I honestly don't know if he's the most run-heavy type of quarterback. I'm still impressed that he's able to get the ball off, so that shows his ability to make decisions even under pressure. The ball was a little low, but still respectable.
And now the River City Tigers defense back-to-back turnovers. Now the Wolfpack offense on their own 5-yard line. That is not where you want to be as you are going to switch quarterbacks, and it looks like they're going to put in Tyson Grayson, which that is the Wolfpack's 6th, if not 7th quarterback that they've put back there today, or this year.
Yeah, Tony, we all know that's kind of been the story for the Wolfpack this year is not a lot of identity at QB.
And the Wolfpack trying to run right there, met with the defense.
Number 13, Marcus Brown and Charlie York on the tackle.
I don't know Titus Grayson, the guy who's playing quarterback right now for the Wolfpack, number 6. I don't know if he's ever played quarterback. I know he's played receiver. I know he's played that for a while. I'm thinking he just probably took some snaps before this week, you know, just to get his arm ready, just willing to go in. I mean, I did see him warm up and throwing. I mean, he throws not a bad ball. He is a good athlete at receiver. He looks calm, but we'll see. We'll see how this all plays out.
And Titus in the pistol formation with 3 receivers to his left, gets the ball and tries to run it up the middle again with McLean, and he is able to scoot forward for a couple more yards.
This time he's brought down.
You know, Tony, I don't know if anyone notices, but the Tigers have no respect for the Wolfpack's passing game right now. They're playing cover 1, which means everyone is manned up. Everyone has a receiver that they match up with, and they have 1 safety over the top. After that, everyone else is blitzing because they have no respect for the passing game. And it makes it harder for the run because they have everyone in the box, the area between the tackles, the offensive line tackles where everyone runs.
Roughly 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. Titus is going to go ahead and look in shotgun with McLean on his right-hand side. And I was just going to bring that up to you, Braden, right now. I've been following this for a couple of years now. Titus says we're just going to run it, cuts back in, cuts back out, tries to scoot forward for the first down. Going to be very close. Let's see where they mark him.
Could not get past Charlie.
So, Tony, thank you, Gym Leader Draven, for answering my question. He was saying Titus Grayson actually did get a game and won one at quarterback. So that's a good sign. And I'm not surprised, to be honest with you, Tony. Tony. You could tell sometimes when someone's just back there how comfortable they look, and Titus looks comfortable so far. Even there, the play broke down, and he showed his athleticism by running it. And so obviously everyone thinks with quarterbacks you got to throw, but your feet are actually your most important part of quarterbacking, and he showed us that he had it there.
Now this matchup right here that you're looking at, Breezel and the Tigers, Kareem Green, that is a matchup to watch right here as McLean scoots forward for a couple of yards. The number one receiver in the league versus arguably the number one corner in the league.
Brought down by Charlie York.
It's like the good old Jerry Rice versus Deion Sanders for us old heads. We were saying that too.
About a 4-yard gain for the Wolfpack.
We were saying that too about when we were studying for this game about what this guy can do. Kareem Green, man, he's the real deal. I would hate to play against him. But again, we all know Jawan Fashizu, my Breezel, has that name for a reason.
And Titus with the ball, looks center, looks right, has pressure in his face, and that defensive line of the Tigers is just going to eat him up there.
You know, man, that's what I'm saying. Cover one, they're blitzing, they don't respect the pass. What I think the answer to do is you got to check them. Either see how these corners are lined up. Are they giving love, which means they're bailing as soon as the quarterback snaps the ball, or are they playing aggressive tight on them? I would use that against them. If they're giving love and they're bailing off, I would do a quick slant, I would do a hitch, something like that. If they're playing on them, I would get my best receivers, probably put them in motion to get an advantage on the run, and then run a fade. And if Titus can get them the ball there, if nothing else, it's going to scare them, and they'll start backing up. Because we all know the last play a defensive back, a corner wants to get beat on, is the deep fade.
And so with a 3rd and 11, it looks like Grayson surveys the defense, still sees a single high, knows that most of his receivers are going to be one-on-one, and says that he finally is going to throw it to Breezel, but Breezel gets kind of tripped up by Green, and the ball is going to be intercepted by the Tigers back-to-back defensive plays that are turnovers, and finally Breezel comes down with the hammer.
So what happened there, Tony, was Titus Grayson had a predetermined throw that he was going to make. He already saw that it was tight matchup, and he wanted to give the ball deep to Breezel, just like we're talking about. But here's the problem. As soon as he goes to do on his 3-step drop back out of shotgun, he has defensive linemen in his face, so he can't step in it, and he's throwing off his back foot. So you get that fluttered duck ball, which is basically a punt return for the free safety. That's one of those situations where as much as it hurts as a quarterback, you got to cut your losses. If you can, check down or run, but sometimes even a sack is what you got to take, because it's better than that.
And so with the 3rd turnover on the day, barely 4 minutes and 43 seconds still left on the clock here in the first quarter, the Wolfpack only down 6-0. So I mean, still realistically not out of reach yet, but nonetheless, this defense is going to have to step up and get a turnover on their side here.
And you know, Tony, that's actually happened. There's 2 games this year where the defense of the Wolfpack basically won the game for the team. Against the Rogue, they got the only scores that they had were 2 pick sixes.
But just like that, with the one-on-one, Raymond Griffin goes up for the touchdown.
Pass is complete.
You know, the corner, number 24, Eugene Dawson, he is a good corner. If there was an all-star or all-pro game, he would definitely make the roster. But the receiver on him, but he is Raymond Griffin, number 2, who's 6'4". He's a big guy. And Eugene, he's not the tallest. Good athlete, good player, but this is one of those situations where it's going to be really hard to cover that. And Ace Boogie, the quarterback of the Tigers, he knew that. He didn't even really lead his receiver Raymond Griffin on that one. He just threw it up and just let him go get it. And again, because Raymond has that size, he was able to.
Yeah, and what it looked like to me is Raymond just attacked the ball at the highest point possible and brought it down right over the defense. And the Tigers go for the hike, the hold, the kick, and
the PAT by Isaac Seha is good.
Of finding the perfect ad space for your business. With our platform, you'll have access to a wide range of ad spaces at affordable prices, and you won't have to wait long to get your hands on them. Also, we offer prominent placement and targeted audience for your ads. You can buy ad spaces with confidence and ease. Get your ad space now with this platform and enjoy the fast and easy process.
Come watch the game with us. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, we've got you covered. Forever is hosting a watch party for your favorite sporting event. So come in for food or drinks and enjoy the games you can't make in person. It's even better when we watch together.
Tired of rooting for your favorite team alone at home? Introducing one location for our watch party. Come here and eat, drink, and watch our games with fellow fans. What's more, our parties come with great entertainment and a lively atmosphere that will make you feel like you're right there on the field. Upgrade your game day experience by joining us at El Patron for our watch party on game day.
Say you're a small business owner, and you're looking to get your business in front of a targeted audience.
They're kicking.
We're good. And just like that, back from commercial break, the ball is on the ground again. Breezel picks it up, tries to get to the outside, makes one defender miss. The Jets come on, cuts back in. Another defender grabbing onto the hips as the rest of the defense piles him up.
So, Jawan Breezel, he has 3 touchdowns on special teams. 1 touchdown on kickoff, 2 on punt return, and right there, I think he's thinking like, look, man, we got to move this ball somehow. He's seeing that he probably could have followed his blockers to the left, but he's like, you know what, I'm going to pull out one of my Superman cards, try to break right, and try to do something with it.
And so to answer Ty why, this is actually semi-professional adult developmental league here, and we are playing on a high school, but these are adults. And Tyrone Williams here in the chat saying, get your wins while you can, I'll be back.
Oh, and then
Y'all better be ready. Y'all better be ready.
When he asked that question about high school, I don't know if he was being serious or joking, but I would believe either.
Never know. We could have picked somebody up from randomly. So with a 13-0 lead, the River City Tigers absolutely rolling. That is 5 straight quarters of shutout ball. As Titus in the pistol formation, hands off to McLean. McLean trying to get away from the defenders, but the defenders say absolutely not.
On the carry, brought down by Jordan Horford.
Yeah, what I would be doing right now, Tony, just to get some momentum going, is the quick little routes, like the classic slant arrow combination. Wideout runs a 3-step slant, slot runs a 1-step arrow, which is a 45, opposite of a slant to the sideline. So you're crossing receiver defenders, and it's man coverage, so you just pick your matchup. What one of your receivers do you think is a better athlete than that defender? And especially a guy like Breezel, if you get him catching that ball after the run, he'll get a lot more yards, and that's when you'll start backing up the defense, plus giving more confidence to the offense.
And so Titus, hopefully he's going to take your... Oh, Titus says, we're just going to run it. Oh, cuts back in, makes defenders miss, cutting around, getting close to the first down marker, and picked up by the defense and absolutely drilled. And they are doing a good job of being professionals and just picking him up and stopping him.
Down by half of the Tigers.
You know, I'm going to say, though, that also shows the grit of Titus, that his competitive spirit. Even after throwing a pick, man, he's not afraid, dude. He's still come out here to fight. It was a good play, too. It's man coverage. All the receivers are running the defense off. You're faster than the defensive rush, and so he got a good gain on there. What I've seen so far from Titus is, one, I do like his composure and also his feet. I hope that right now he doesn't seem like he really has a lot of time to throw the ball, but again, that's my opinion, where you need to have the quick slants, arrows, things like that, quick 5-yard outs to start checking this defense.
If there was a defensive line that is right behind the Wolfpack, it would be the Tigers here, as Titus is feeling the pressure and gets it off to the side, and he got hit as he throws, and the ball is going to fall onto the grass.
Complete.
You know, I think another good approach too, Tony, I'm not saying that this is necessarily part of the Wolfpack's regiment, their arsenal, what they can do, however you want to phrase it, but also no huddle. If you can just get those quick plays, go no huddle, call another play, it'll tire the defensive out, especially on this level in semi-pro. These guys are practicing 2 days a week at the best. And this is just anything you can do at this point to get some momentum, get confidence in your offense.
Well, bringing up 4th down, the Wolfpack is going to elect to punt this one away. One of the first times they've been able to actually punt it away, as they have had turnover. And the Tigers look like they are going to send either, it looks like maybe Jalen Walker or Julian Wilburn back. Both of them marked number 6 on the roster. And the Wolfpack have a new punter in and gets this ball away as it hits the grass, finally up and out of bounds.
Interesting
40-yard line.
Interesting fact about their punter, Tony, is that's Chance Carter. This guy is an actual kicker who played at Reedley Junior College when Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, was there. So he played with Josh Allen at Reedley back in the day. So a little fact, but also this guy has a good foot. That wasn't the best punt. I've seen him do a lot better than that. And again, he's more of a kicker, but he actually is the real deal with his leg.
And so the Tigers starting at one of the worst field positions of the day, but that really doesn't matter to them as they have the #1 scoring offense in the league, looking to just try and put more points on their side, as Boogie has 2 running backs, one on his left, one on his right, and now he's sending another one in motion from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, Kyrie Geider, and they're just going to try and run it, try to get to the outside, but that is going to be an absolute no. Stopped right there by Q Taylor.
Gregory Murray.
So this is actually a bit of a positive for the Wolfpack. Like we said before, they haven't ran the dive up the middle between the A gaps, just to the right and left of the center. They've been doing the outside run, this case the stretch, and now the Wolfpack is starting to snuff that out. They had some good breaks here and there in the beginning of the game, but it looks like the Wolfpack is starting to shut down this run for the Tigers. The question is how long. Eventually they will get tired.
And then even if the rush is being able to get shut down, I would expect the Tigers to try and pass, as they've scored both of their touchdowns today through the air. Boogie in shotgun. Gets the ball, rolls to his right, says, hey, you take this, I don't want it, gets it out, and that's one missed tackle, and that is going to be another missed tackle as the Tigers get very close to the first down, but that is going to bring up 3rd down.
And that was Anthony Worthy Sr., football god, in that he actually missed the first tackle, which is a surprise because usually that's one of his strengths, is sure-handed tackle. But one thing I do like about him is he actually got up off the ground, kept fighting, and he made that tackle as the guy broke it.
That just goes to show you the type of motor that Anthony Worthy Sr. has. Even if you beat me once, you're not going to beat me all day. So he has been battling injury the past few weeks. So it's good to see him back looking healthy with 3 receivers on the Boogeyman's left-hand side in shotgun. Let's see what the Tigers are able to do here. The Wolfpack actually watching the ball today, haven't had 1 offsides penalty. Well, they have 1, but you were used to having 2 or 3 by now as the Boogie Monster looks to throw it. That is going to be a catch and an instantaneous tackle by Nick Mora Sosa.
You know, Tony, what I think happened there is Ace Boogie saw 2 safeties because DJ Redmond, number 11, who was playing the right side safety of the Wolfpack, he was played a little back. So it was almost like he was disguising cover 2, what was actually cover 3. After Ace Boogie made it what appeared to be an audible, which I'm assuming was an audible to a bubble screen, that's when DJ actually came up and covered the flats area, which is what the safety typically does in cover 3, to the strong side, and that's the last play you want to run is a bubble screen to the strong safety side in cover 3. You saw the whole defense of the linebackers just flooded outside. They just snuffed it out.
And that was the last play of the first quarter. So as we switch sides, we're just going to go ahead and listen to our sponsors for a brief moment.
You can get a promo for your business on our games. And what that promo will do is it will give you prominent placement. So instead of paying thousands of dollars for a small business ad space, you're paying a lot less in our broadcast. and you'll be able to get your business in front of a targeted audience.
Dear Rick, Mario, and Mark, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of something greater than myself. I promise to put forth my best effort to learn, to grow, and to always look for ways to help others. I hope that in my actions I bring excitement and respect to you and those around me. Thank you for believing in me. If you want to be a part of something greater than yourself, visit cfcafootball.com for more information.
Tired of boring animal shows that just don't capture the essence of these fascinating creatures? Introducing our live animal shows. Our experienced handlers bring some of the world's most incredible animals right to your doorstep. What's more, our shows are not only entertaining but also educational and interactive. Experience the wonder of the animal kingdom with our live animal shows today.
Say goodbye to the hassle of finding the perfect ad space for your business. With our platform, you'll have access to a wide range of ad spaces at affordable prices, and you won't have to wait long to get your hands on them. Also, we offer prominent placement and targeted audience for your ads. You can buy ad spaces with confidence and ease. Get your ad space now with this platform and enjoy the fast and easy process.
Come watch the game with us.
All right, and we are back as the River City Tigers set to punt this one away. High punt, wind kind of takes it. Let's see what happens as it hits the ground. Goes into Wolfpack favor as a bunch of Tigers are all over it.
That was a really nice punt as far as how high it got, but that got no distance. I'm thinking also it had to do with the wind caught it. It didn't have a lot of spin on it, which allows the ball to cut through the friction of the air. But yeah, so that was a little gift to the Wolfpack, and right now they could use it.
And the Wolfpack looks like they are going to keep Titus in at quarterback and switch up their receivers a little bit. And anybody that's been with us for most of the season, Braden and I were talking during the commercial, what do you guys think of the scoreboard? Normally I'm in charge of the scoreboard, but I said, hey, I'm going to take a little stress off my back today, and we're going to allow the camera to do that. So let us know what you think. I know you're missing maybe a bigger portion of the game, but I do feel like having the time there for you guys to watch is a good thing. So let us know as the Wolfpack take over on this first down. One of their best starting positions with the ball at the 47-yard line. Titus says, I'm just going to keep it and get dragged down in the backfield.
Yeah, so that's the zone read option, and what happens there is the offensive line all blocks one direction, in this case left, and the running back, it starts going in front of the quarterback puts the ball out, and the quarterback is reading the back side of the defensive line, which they don't block the right end on this case, and he's seeing, does that end crash down on the run, or does he come at me? If he crashes down on the run, then I pull it. If he comes at me, I let it go. I think he'd already had it in his mind, predetermined that he was going to try to take that ball and run it himself, and which is good. You know, you're competitive, you want to get some yards, but that's what happens as far as being the bad part of it when you do it like that.
And that was one of those heads-up quarterback plays right there. Nothing but pressure in his face, and Titus just throws it away. I mean, nothing better you could do there, right?
Yeah.
Third down.
It's like I keep coming back to. I think really the answer is just the quick pass, grab, stab, throw, the quick outs, the slant, stuff like that. Hey, he's holding the ball too long. I mean, this D-line is getting a lot of penetration. You're not going to have time to run. You're not going to have time to really set up too much, at least yet. Right now, you have to make them respect the pass. So again, quick pass would be the way to go.
It looked like the Wolfpack offensive coordinator tried to move the pocket to the wide side of the field, and Titus tried to roll that way. But like you said, that defensive line of the Tiger, they've been in the backfield instantaneously almost all day. So Titus, with a 3rd and a mile, gets the ball. He looks to pass, throws it to the sideline. Looks like the receiver gave up on it, and the DB didn't. And the ball hits the ground, and that is going to bring up 4th down and a mile.
I couldn't tell you at all what happened there. It looked like either like you said, the receiver gave up on the route, or that could have been a misunderstanding on what that play was, because it looked like the receivers were doing some kind of curls or hitches, deep curls or hitches, and Titus thought it was a fade.
You're absolutely right, because that's what I saw too. I saw Woods turn around right at the 1st down marker, and then the ball just sailed way over his head.
Here's a good thing though. that shows that Titus, not only does he have the feet underneath him to run the ball, but that was a respectably far thrown ball. He can air it out a bit.
And here we go with a punt away by Chase. Nice spiral, deep down, off the hands of the Tigers. It's a live ball if it's on the ground, but the Tigers are able to pick it up. And now with the run back cutting in and out, making defenders look like they're on ice skates, finally getting brought down at the 23-yard line.
And so that was Antoine Puka Brooks, number 0 for the Tigers. And yeah, man, that just goes to show you, I told you, Chance Carter, dude, this guy has a good leg. And when he puts a lot of spin on it like that, it penetrates the wind. Also, it makes it harder to catch for the return man, what you just saw there. It just went right in and out of his hands because Antoine Puka Brooks, he plays DB, and with those hands you can see why. Great return though, great run. He's an athletic guy, way more athletic than me.
Oh man. So the Tigers break the huddle, and they're going to go to the pistol heavy to the left formation as the Boogie Monster surveys the defense, and it almost looks like the Wolfpack taking a page out of the Tigers book. They're going single safety high here. I've not seen that very much this year.
He said, oh man, the one with the blue shirt said we could get a lot, right?
I think that was a breakdown in communication with who was first of all even on defense. I think he caught the damn ball.
Pass is complete to Jordan Jackson.
I think that was a breakdown in communication with who the personnel was on the field, because you saw a defender running on the field, and so that's why they just went to cover 3, because they were missing a safety. That way, with cover 3, you at least have the deep zones covered and don't get beat deep. But then they tried to switch to cover 2, but it was too late.
Now on that one,
The flag was for substitution infraction against the Wolfpack. That penalty is declined.
Great throw, though, on Ace Boogie's part, too. It didn't have a lot of zip or velocity, but it had good distance, and it had what I'm talking about earlier, touch, accuracy to get it in that place it needs to be. It was on the outside shoulder of Jordan Jackson, the wide receiver, and so when you put it on the outside like that, it makes it super hard for the corner to defend, because he has to go through your body to get there.
and Jordan Jackson, aka JJ here, as the Tigers set to run it up the middle, finding a crease, and the Tigers moving in the right direction with the ball on the ground, and that is going to be a huge gain there. Great tackle by DJ Redmond, bringing the hammer, but an easy first down. Jordan Jackson, going back to what I was saying, is a 6'3", 225-pound receiver, and he just went up on the ladder and was able to catch that ball over the defenders today. And now the Tigers, with a little pep in their step here, ball at the 31-yard line. Pistol heavy to the left, run right up the middle. Run is going to be brought down.
Warren on the carry up the middle, brought down by number 7.
Yeah, straight up, the Tigers have 2 tall white dudes playing white out.
Number 73 with the assist.
Not the fastest guys, but they got the size, they got the height.
Edward Segura coming in to make that hit right before the running back touches the ground, and the Tigers taking exception to that.
Yeah, so just like we were saying before, man, with the run, even though the Wolfpack has been shutting it down, they've been aggressive, you can only go so long. Eventually, as a D-line, you're going to get tired, and just that one missed play by a defensive lineman can open up a huge hole for the running back. All the zones have to be covered, and when one's not, that's all a good running back is looking for, is that crease.
And now the Tigers, pistol heavy to the left, say we're going to throw it to the end zone, and this is a chance for the Tigers to take a bigger lead, but the ball hits the ground.
I think Eugene Dawson knocked that ball away.
Oh, nice.
I think that was a good read by Ace Boogie, quarterback of the Tigers, but that was just a little underthrown. And it looks like Raymond Griffin, number 2, the receiver for the Tigers, is trying to say that he was pushed, and I think Raymond actually might be right on this one, but it was kind of one of those ones on the fence, just barely did it, and Eugene, he's looking at the ball the whole time, so it's a hard call for the ref to make.
I agree. And the refs they've let the DBs and then they've let the wide receivers play today. There's been a lot of hand checking, a lot of little
on both sides.
Yeah, and so I'm glad that the flag wasn't thrown there because you're absolutely right. Let these receivers, let the DBs play. And Boogie with 3 receivers on his left end, shotgun, looks left quick, stays on his feet, doesn't feel the pressure. That's Scott Thompson on the sack.
And Scott Thompson, even though he's a veteran, he's 37 right now. He is still arguably the best athlete that, at least in his prime, is on the field. And his main position is D end. Tony, I'm thinking with all the frustration that Scott had at quarterback, where you have to be calm and think, he's able to take his aggression and use it in this drive at D end.
I agree 100% with you. He was on the sideline very, very frustrated as the Tigers look like they have to burn a timeout here. And you're right. He just unleashed the trailer on that and came out hot. And the Tigers are with a 13-0 lead. They're in no man land right now. And they look like the offense wanted to stay on the field. It's a 4th, and you're looking at roughly 15.
Yeah, 4th and 15 in no man's land. That's a tough cookie. You don't have a kicker that is going to be able to get it 43 yards. And completing a 4th and 15, that's hard for anyone. So it looked like you said, Tony, there was a confusion because some guys thinking like, all right, I guess we'll just punt it. Other things like, no, we're going to go for it on offense. And that's why they burned the timeout.
Yeah, and you can see these trees moving roughly 17-mile-an-hour wind. So even if you did have a kicker that could punt it, this wind is swirling from the right to the left. That'd be a very, very tough kick.
Yeah, I think going for it is really your only chance, your only option, which is looked like what these guys are going to do. But what's interesting is I don't see Ace Boogie in there. It looks like they got their other guy, second string, Naaman Branyan.
Branyan coming in at quarterback.
And it was something that the Tigers did mention. They have multiple quarterbacks, and they don't mind playing them both in the same game.
I'm interested to see what he has too.
Naaman with the ball, looks center, throws a beautiful ball that is going to go up and caught by the Tigers for the touchdown!
Pass from Naaman and Branyan to Bray.
Tony, my guess right there is Raymond Griffin, number 2. He was thinking that he got pushed on the play before. And so he was probably in that hole to be like, nah, man, give me the ball. Just throw it up. I got this guy. And even though these are both good athletes, unfortunately for the Pack, Raymond Griffin does have a height advantage at 6'4", compared to Eugene Dawson's 5'9".
Yeah, so that is exactly what we've seen multiple times today. Gigantic receivers for the Tigers, climbing the ladder, getting the ball before the defense has a chance. And just like that, the River City Tigers have 19-0, looking to stretch their lead with this PAT. And the Tigers are looking to hike. No good. They're going to go for 2. Throws it to the end zone, and that is going to be
2-point conversion is ruled no.
Tony, I think that wasn't a fake. I don't think that was a bad snap. I think that was a designated trick play. Probably a bad option against this defense, though. Even though you're up, this is an athletic defense. These guys are aggressive. These are not punks. If you give them the chance, you better put that ball on the line because that was floated and you saw the guys coming to hit.
Yeah, absolutely. So as we switch over, we're going to take a listen to our sponsors first.
Whether it's together or a special occasion, we've got you covered. Forever is hosting a watch party for your favorite sporting event. So come in for food or drinks and enjoy the games you can't make in person. It's even better when we watch together.
Rooting for your favorite team alone at home? Introducing one location for our watch party. Come here and eat, drink, and watch our games with fellow fans. What's more, our parties come with great entertainment and a lively atmosphere that will make you feel like you're right there on the field. Upgrade your game day experience by joining us at El Patron for our watch party on game day.
Say you're a small business owner, and you're looking to get your business in front of a targeted audience. Let me tell you a secret. You can get a promo for your business on our games. And what that promo will do is it will give you prominent placement. So instead of paying thousands of dollars for a small business,
And just like that, back from commercial break as VJ gets the ball. It wasn't the greatest kick as VJ tries to get to the outside and loses yards on that and is absolutely drilled right there.
Heads up play by Vincent Johnson, number 17 of the pack, where it was a short kick, so he had to return it. He was going sideways, looking for a hole to open, but the Tigers collapsed down on every open lane all the way to the sideline.
At their own 25-yard line.
So they're sticking with Titus Grayson at quarterback.
What do the Wolfpack need to do here?
Something. They're not showing any chemistry on offense. I mean, what have you seen that's been any movement?
Nothing. I haven't seen anything. These runs have been 2 to 3 yards, just like that one was.
The best thing I've seen, Tony, is when Titus Grayson holds the ball for a second and hopefully a lane opens where he could do a little quarterback run, but that's about it.
Yeah, and I want to go back to what you were saying earlier. Quick throws. Let's see a slant. You know, like you said, these DBs are playing man.
A lot of guys, you know, we hear all these terminologies thrown around in football, Tony. One is the West Coast offense. What that is an offense that's has a philosophy established on the short pass. And the way it works is the defensive line and linebackers, the last thing they want to get beat on are runs down their throat. So they're typically more focused on that. Defensive backs, the secondary, the guys who cover the receivers, the last thing they want to get beat on are the deep passes. They're just getting embarrassed in front of all their friends and fans. So what does that leave open? The short passes, the things in the middle. You want to have route combinations where someone's going to be open in every coverage, whether it's cover 2, cover 3, man, whatever. And you know what your read is. It's just a grab, stab, make a quick read, throw. That is what keeps the defense honest, as they say, because then they can't stop just being aggressive with the run, being tight with tight coverage with the pass, because they don't respect you. And what it also does is it gives some chemistry and identity to the offense. I think that was a PI on Breezel.
I agree with you 100%. The ball was a little over Breezel's head, and he grabbed the DB to make sure that he wasn't going to intercept it, rather take the 15 yards and another turnover.
Sometimes, man, as a receiver, you have to become the defensive player. And just like you said, man, it's better to get a penalty than have your guy throw an interception.
Yeah, might have been further than their punt is going to be here shortly, but nonetheless, with 3 turnovers already on your offense, that's the last thing you want, is another turnover.
And it's like, you know, it's a mental game, man. You hear momentum. Momentum has to do with how one team is doing over the other, and nothing has really been in the favor of the Wolfpack, other than their defensive line and linebackers making some plays against the run. So I think that Breezel was like, man, the last thing we're going to give you is more momentum, more satisfaction by getting this interception. And I don't know, man, if you were in his shoes, could you blame him?
Absolutely not. I don't blame him one little bit. And the Tigers say, nope, we don't want to accept that penalty. We're going to go ahead and decline it and make you do something on 4th down with a 4th and 8.
You know what really sucks too, Tony, is these teams are so evenly matched in a lot of ways, both with athleticism in their roster, even sizes of their roster, and my favorite thing, their competitive spirit. Both these teams are packed with fighters. The one thing that they're not is quarterback. That wasn't the situation at the beginning of the season when the Wolfpack had the leading passer of the league, but right now they don't, and you see just how much of a disadvantage it is for any team, especially the Wolfpack today.
Oh, punt is blocked, and that is going to be another 6 points for the Tigers.
The punt is blocked and recovered by who takes it in for a Tiger touchdown.
That was a long 3-yard 2-hour drive to watch this, B.
You know, it's getting to that point where you're starting to feel sorry for one side, man. You know, and the reality is the Tigers are feeding off of it. They are just getting so pumped out of this. Right now, they are the #1 team in the league with the best winning record, and they're beating the crap out of the returning defending champions. A team who weren't pushovers, by the way, in the league last year. They beat the Buckeyes in the championship. These guys, the River City Tigers, they knew who the Buckeyes are. It's a team to respect. This team beat them, and now they're beating the crap out of them. So again, these guys are just feeding off of it, and that's why you saw even on that punt block, those guys were going balls out to get it.
Yeah, they weren't just happy that the punt was blocked. They wanted to make sure that they were going to score on that play, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Chase did everything he could to try and stop that, but the Tigers said, nope, we're going to take that in for the 6, and we're going to try and go for 7 right here with the PAT low. Kick is good, or up, and it is no good. Wide to the left.
PAT by Seha is no good.
You know, I want to say this though, Tony.
Tell me. I'm here for it.
I'm just wondering, yeah, okay, hey, this is your day-to-day so far today, Tigers, and unless a miracle happens, I don't see anything changing. But here's the thing. There's 2 seasons in this game. There's the regular season, and there's the after season. And in the after season, the Wolfpack will have their quarterback back. And I'm wondering what the story will be then. I'm wondering how this is going to fuel up the Wolfpack when they have a chance to finally get some revenge.
And the Tigers have already been warned once today to stay on their side of the field, and they do not care right now. With a humongous 25-0 lead, they don't care. Give us another flag. We're not going to lose this game.
Tony Allen, I think you're reading the situation as good as you can. I would say that's about 100% accurate.
The frustrations are building for the Wolfpack, obviously, and one of their players probably wasn't saying the nicest of words. They probably weren't discussing where they want to go eat after dinner, and the Tigers took exception to whatever was being said, and I don't want to say stormed or rushed the field, but they definitely were not back listening to this guy right here who was telling them, get back, get back. But
you know, here's the thing that you have to understand too, Tony. This is literally the biggest deficit in the history of the Wolfpack. They've lost, what, 4 or 5 games total since they've been around for, what, 4 years? But never has the score been this one-sided, lopsided, whatever freaking term you want to use. They're getting their butts beat, and they have not experienced this.
No, they haven't.
This is what they do to other teams.
And I've said this in the past, that it's actually not a bad thing to kind of get your butt kicked and realize what the other side feels like. It might actually kind of wake you up a little bit. I know you and I talked about it earlier in the week, that there's a possibility that if they were to kind of get smacked around this weekend, that it might open their eyes. But you said it right already earlier. There's 2 seasons in this game. There's the regular season, which the Tigers are going to more than likely end at the 1st seed with a 9-1 record, depending on what happens today. And that ball is live, and nobody from the Wolfpack seemed to care. Finally, DJ Redmond hops on it.
Yeah, Tony, they're getting a little taste of humble pie, so hopefully it makes them hungrier.
11 on the return. He
you know, what happened right there, by the way, is number 2, Jawan Breezel. He saw the ball bounce, and he was assuming it was going to bounce further toward him. He didn't want to run up toward it because he didn't want to miscoordinate the timing of the ball coming to him. But that was one of those weird, freaky balls that hits just right at the tip of the ball angle where it bounces the other way. And you saw everyone was just like, oh, and the Tigers were bloodthirsty like they've been. They saw fresh meat and all just jumped on it. They almost got it.
Yeah, it was close. Redmond was there in the nick of time to be able to at least keep his offense on the field now. And you're absolutely right, Dimitri. There is still a ton of football left. But one thing that has been plaguing this Wolfpack team is high quality quarterback play, and it hasn't been here. And I'm not saying Titus is bad, because he's absolutely not, but this defense of the Tigers is good, exceptionally good, and because of that, everything has to go in the Wolfpack's favor for the next 2.5 quarters if they want to come out with a victory. And with a 1st and 10, let's find out what happens. Let's see if the Wolfpack is able to do that here, as it looks like both teams have muted their emotions a little bit.
You know, Tone, this is one of those situations where you have to play for pride, where even though you're down by a lot, you're not going to get walked on. You're still going to fight. You're not going to let another man control you. You only can control yourself. And I hope that's what's going through the Wolfpack's head right now. Don't take any plays off. At the end of the day, we don't punk out. We don't get broken. We keep fighting. We might not win this game, but we're going to win that mental battle. And a lot of veterans would say, ultimately, that's what the game really is about.
8 yards to go.
Being able to control your mental part of the game. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just that, I mean, we all have it, man. That voice inside that says give up, to quit. I mean, the reality is some of us face it every day. But in situations like this with football is when you have the option to fight and rise against it, to let not anyone control how you feel, and to always put in your ultimate effort every single play, every single down.
Anthony Worthy Sr. with the carry on that one, feeling the defense from the Tigers on that. And you're absolutely right. To be a champion, you have to win every day. You have to win every battle you run into. And you might not be able to win the game, but you're right. If you can fight to all the way through the 4th quarter, put some points on the board, get a defensive stop, you could at least go back down the 99 with your head held high.
You know, at least inside your heart, man, you know that you didn't give up, you didn't quit, that you kept fighting.
And so Titus surveys the defense, high snap, fakes it, tries to get to the outside, makes one defender miss, stiff arms the next one, but that next one said, you can put the stiff arm there, I'm still going to grab you and bring you to the grass. Jamel Suso on the tackle. 4th down and 8.
That'll bring up.
One of the cool things is that we get to see other guys play in different positions. We just got to see Anthony Worthy Sr. get a touch at running back.
Yeah, glad to see him nice and healthy.
You know who I wish was here, though, to be perfectly honest with you, Tony? We haven't really been talking about it, is Nick Lippert, number 16 of the Wolfpack. He was their actually technically their 2nd string quarterback. I think he was out because of work last week and technical difficulties the week before. But I think this is a situation where you realize just how valuable having a guy who can actually play quarterback is. Not to say that Titus Grayson isn't doing a bad job. He's a good athlete, but that's not his main position.
Little movement right there by possibly the Tigers defensive line, and that's exactly.
Yard penalty against the Tigers.
So getting those 5 yards, it's going to be 4th and roughly 3. Do you think maybe go for it here now, or just punt it away? Punt it away.
I would just punt it away, to be honest with you, because you know they're just going to sell out on the run.
And so here we go. Movement early by the Wolfpack. They're going to push them back 5 yards.
Another penalty on the play. This time it's against number 28 of the Wolfpack.
That was Damian Ross, you know, he's the left gunner on the punt team.
Back 5 yards.
I don't know what he was thinking there. You look at the ball until it snapped, and then you go. It almost looked like he went like he's playing receiver, which is probably, again, why he plays DB.
He definitely didn't want to get stuck by that DB right there, Green, who's been a monster, and the Tigers almost are able to block that punt again, and that is going to be the Tigers with a nice return. Defenders, blockers everywhere, and he just stays on his feet, cuts back to the inside, finally going to be brought down by Q Taylor and company.
And one thing I want you guys to notice there was Chance Carter, the punter of the Wolfpack. This is what I was saying before. He's the real deal, man. He's got a good leg, and you see how far he got that ball across the field. Now coverage, not the best, but at least there was something good we could say about the Wolfpack just now.
Absolutely, and to answer your question here, why is Ant playing running back? I'm assuming that the Wolfpack is just running low on players right now. They don't have their full squad, and Ant has been known to pump life into this team in the past, and they were hoping that he was able to break one of those runs and pump some life, but did not happen. And the Tigers are going to put Ace Boogie back in on this 1st and 10.
I'm wondering, I think why they took him out was just to give the other guys some touches. Just like a lot of the fans were saying, you know, they do sub him out a lot to give everyone a little game time.
And another run up the middle for the Tigers, stopped by the Wolfpack. Howard Warren has been the #1 running back for the Tigers.
And you can see why, too. Nice balanced guy. You know, he's a little on the shorter side, but has really quick feet. Good, also strong, too. It's one of those balance of big, strong legs, quick feet, has a lot of power for someone his size, and so he's able to find work with the holes when even if they're not the biggest.
And it almost looked like, I don't think he was he brought down right there? Was he just kind of stopped in his tracks?
Second one.
Yeah. So high snap for Boogie, gets it around to Warren. Warren trying to make something happen in the defense for the Wolfpack, saying, hey, we can at least do that. Q Taylor getting locked up right there, having some words. I think they want to figure out exactly where they're going to eat later, and he says, no, I don't want to eat there.
You know, one cool thing that we could say, Tony, is the D line of the pack has been consistent all season and in all game for that matter. There have been, even though you know the Tigers, they got a couple good runs here and there. The majority of the time, the Wolfpack has been shutting down this run.
And now with a 3rd and 15, the Boogie Monster gets the play from the sideline. I know I fixed it. Sorry about that black screen when you guys see it. And the Tigers still have 2 of their timeouts, 2 minutes and 45 seconds till half, and spreading out their offense like it's been most of the day. And they are leaving their 6'3" Jordan Jackson all by himself. Flag on the play, could be delay a game. Let's see where.
Flag on the play.
Let's see what happens.
Delay a game against the Tigers.
Right call, Tony. Offense took too long to snap it, so that's a delay a game, 5-yard penalty. Which is going to turn this into what, a 3rd and 17 now?
I got it at 3rd and around 19.
Wow.
And the Tigers, you know, they've gotten a first down earlier in the game on a situation like this. They've had big chunk plays. So
what I would be looking for, what I would really be looking for is the one-on-one matchups on the sideline. Just throwing the fade, my guy versus your guy, not stretching him down the field far, you know, trying to beat your defender with speed, but throwing it high because their guys are bigger.
We had a timeout taken by the Tigers.
What I would do right now is I would go cover 2-man, which is 2 safeties, getting the deep halves, and then man everyone else up. What this does is it ensures almost definitive 2-on-1 coverage for the defense. And I would definitely be spying on the wideouts, the tall wideouts, especially this guy right here, number 84, Jordan Jackson.
Yeah. Jordan Jackson and also Raymond Griffin have put this team on their back today. Told Ace Boogie, you throw it up, we will go catch it. And Ace Boogie, I don't want to say they've been picking on Damian Ross, but they haven't gone to Tim Brown as much as they've gone to Damian Ross's side. And that's because Tim Brown is a tall man himself, sitting at 6'1".
You know, Tim's an interesting story. He actually played quarterback in high school in Mendota, or one of those cities around Fresno where no one who was born from Fresno could point to on a map. And then he played starting slot receiver for Fresno City College. And then he actually converted to corner out here.
What an amazing play by Boogie to get that ball off in the nick of time. And the running back says, I will truck you, but I will fumble it. And the Wolfpack are able to pick up the ball. It was one of those plays where you'd want to hold on to the ball a little tighter than that, but up 25-0, I'm going to go for the truck stick too.
Number 10 of the Wolfpack forces a fumble.
Well, Wow. So that was our boy Segura, number 10, the middle linebacker, arguably up there, top linebacker in the league, if not the best. He's the one who had the hit and that jarred the ball loose. What the Tigers are trying to say is that was helmet to helmet. And I will say, Edgar definitely uses his head as a tool, but the refs didn't call it. And on this level, you're not really going to get it as much as you would, say, in like the NFL or college. So you got to, as the running back, be a little more conscientious of that. Know that the hard hits are coming, and the last thing you want to do is fumble for the running back.
Is that the guy that just fumbled right there doing push-ups on the sideline? That'd be hilarious if that's really the case. They said nope. Don't do that again.
It's just the thought of it.
I think it was actually. So, Jawan Barizal, and that is going to be movement. Looked like it was early by the Tigers. Let's see what happens. They said you're putting Barizal back in there. Oh, we're coming after him.
That is a 5-yard penalty.
Jawan Barizal is their most shifty guy, Tony. We've been watching him all season, and he is the guy that has the best moves, the best agility. You are not going to be able to go one-on-one with him in an open field. I think we all know a run is coming right here.
Barizal with the ball, and you are absolutely right. One of those decisions where you want the ball in your playmaker's hand, and what a better way to do it than put him at quarterback. And that'll be a first down for Barizal.
Tony, I wouldn't even be surprised if that wasn't even something that they practiced or planned on running today. Barizal just said, hey, let's get some yards somehow, man. Give me a shot. I got this. Now, of course, we're wondering how the Tigers going to respond. My guess is tight cover 1, which, yeah, it looks like that's what they're coming up against. So they're going to blitz everyone and man up tight with everyone else.
And you're absolutely right. And Barizal with some green grass, dragging a defender about 6-7 yards on that play.
But the thing is, he's just too fast. He's just too athletic, where he's still better than your D-line, so he's at least going to get some yards out of this.
All right, and it looks like the Tigers are going to elect to enforce that penalty, pushing it back to roughly, it looks like about a 1st and 20 or so. They're getting spicy down there? They're getting spicy on
a little bit
in the comment section. I love it.
Always keeps me entertained to watch the children play.
So Jawan tucks his jersey in a little bit, trying to channel his inner Lamar Jackson here. Puts McLean on his left-hand side, 3 receivers to his right. Really hasn't even looked to pass yet. Let's see if he does here. He does here. Steps back, steps up, sees the pressure, juke, shake, and that is going to be, if anything, a couple of yards.
Yeah, he took his left glove off because I think he's left-handed getting ready to throw. But I'm also thinking, to be honest with you, it was just a bit of a bluff. Acting like he was going to throw, try to get the defense back, so hopefully it opened up more holes. I'll be honest with you, though, I don't know, Tony. I've never seen him even throw warming up. I've never seen him throw before the game.
Do you have any pads in the car? I saw cleats, but do you have pads? Because
I also have 2 knees that will die just by standing on the field.
You and me both. So, looks like the Wolfpack are going to go ahead and go in the pistol formation with 3 receivers on the right-hand side of Barizal. Barizal says, nope, we're just going to run this. McLean up the middle. McLean not much, and the Tigers hitting late, digging that defender into the ground and bringing up 3rd and 16-ish.
3rd down.
I mean, Tony, on a positive note, at least they got a first down. At least they're moving the ball somehow, some way. I mean, I think we can't even count the amount of first downs they've gotten on one hand. And that brings us to halftime.
If there is any other positive notes, it's probably one of the least penalized games for the Wolfpack today, with only like 3 or 4 penalties.
I'm glad that there's at least something positive to say.
Yeah, 25-0 halftime.
And Cynthia Jones, I'm sorry we didn't get any more of the intro warm-ups, but next week I got you, girl. Great job.
D5, I play D-line. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend and my daughter, and last but not least, Jesus Christ for keeping me healthy.
DJ Redmond, aka Mr. Himothy Poirier. Safety, number 11. Want to give a shout out to my family, man. Without y'all, I wouldn't out here be doing this, so appreciate y'all.
Simba Williams, number 32, DN. Shout out to my daughter Tania, rest in peace.
Brandon Williams, running back, number 48, and I ain't got no shout out.
Isaac Rivera, wide receiver, number 11. I just want to give a shout out to my family, and I appreciate they're my biggest supporters.
Cool. My name is Titus. I'm number 6. You know, everybody around here know I like fishing and stuff. I want to give a big shout out to my family. They've been a semi-supporter of your boy, but it's all right.
Yo, my name is Angel Figueroa. I'm playing number 29 this season. I'm a corner. And I want to give a shout out to my son and my girl. And I just want to know that I appreciate you guys and letting me out here and be balling out and stuff like that.
Nick Mora, linebacker, number 75. I want to give a shout out to Wolfpack for letting me rock again. And we're ready for the 4-peat, man. We're ready for the smoke.
My name is Joseph West, running back, number 38. I want to give a shout out to my mom for bringing me into this world and getting me as far as life. There I am today.
What's up, guys? T Brown, number 3, DB. Give a shout out to my family. I want to say thank you and I love you guys and thank you for just supporting me and allowing me to do, the things that I love to do, which is, play football.
Alfonso Zavala, number 41. Give a shout out to my kids and my wife. I love you guys and thank you for your support.
Nico Lippert, quarterback, number 15.
Nathaniel Sandoval, number 8, defensive end, defensive tackle. Shout out to the people who signed my check, because without them, this ain't possible.
Joey Haas here, offensive coordinator of the Wolfpack. Just want to shout out Palmersville High School. Let's go Aztecs.
This is Coach Ken Nelson, man. I'm an assistant head coach and defensive coordinator for the Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to my family back home in Texas, man. You guys tuned in today. Get ready for a good game, man, because we're about to bring it, man. Love to see you guys. You guys have a blessed day, man. Let's get it.
Scott Thompson, number 8, wherever we need you to play. That's it.
My name's Jason Gonzalez, aka Pennywise. My position, defensive end, and I want to give a shout out to my family, my dad that's in the hospital. Hope he gets better. But hey, let's get this money, baby.
Robert Boozer, 66, middle linebacker / DN for Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Just want to give a shout out to all the owners for making this one big league possible. Really appreciate it, man. Pack up.
Ron Ireland, center, number 50. Shout out to the guys, shout out to the gang.
My name is Maurice McLean, number 13. I play running back and wide receiver, and I want to give a shout out to my family for always being supportive of me in everything I do.
My name is Worthy. Position I play is everything. Shout out to the Wolfpacks, man.
All right, Joel Smith, Valley Wolfpacks, number 11, running back. Shout out to my fam, everybody who supports me.
My name is Jawan Brazil, number 2. I play receiver. Shout out to the guys, man.
Yo, what up? My name is Austin Barkley, aka Tits, number 88, tight end. Shout out to him.
Yo, what up, Wolfpack? Devin Strahan, running back, number 30. Shout out to Visalia. Shout out to the pack.
Tajay Worthy, number 25. Shout out to my girl, I guess.
My name is Roger Rios, number 35. I play D-line. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend and my daughter, and last but not least, Jesus Christ for keeping me healthy.
DJ Redmond, aka Mr. Timothy Poirier, safety, number 11. Want to give a shout out to my family, man. Without y'all, I wouldn't out here be doing this, so appreciate y'all.
Simba Williams, number 32, DN. Shout out to my daughter Tania, rest in peace.
Brandon Williams, running back, number 48, and I ain't got no shout out.
Isaac Rivera, wide receiver, number 11. I just want to give a shout out to my family, and I appreciate they're my biggest supporters.
Cool. My name is Titus. I'm number 6. You know, everybody around here know I like fishing and stuff. I want to give a big shout out to my family. They've been a
semi-supporter of your boy, but it's all right.
Yo, my name is Angel Figueroa. I'm playing number 29 this season. I'm a corner. And I want to give a shout out to my son and my girl. And I just want to know that I appreciate you guys and letting me out here and be balling out and stuff like that.
Nick Mora, linebacker, number 75. I want to give a shout out to the Wolfpack for letting me rock again. And we're ready for the 4-peat, man. We're ready for the smoke.
My name is Joseph West, running back, number 38. I want to give a shout out to my mom for bringing me into this world and getting me as far as life that I am today.
What's up, guys? T Brown, number 3, DB. Give a shout out to my family. I want to say thank you and I love you guys and thank you for just supporting me and allowing me to do, the things that I love to do, which is, play football.
Alfonso Zavala, number 41. Give a shout out to my kids and my wife. I love you guys and thank you for your support.
Nico Lippert, quarterback, number 15.
Nathaniel Sandoval, number 8, defensive end, defensive tackle. Shout out to the people who signed my check because without them, this ain't possible.
Joey Haas here, offensive coordinator of the Wolfpack. Just want to shout out Farmersville High School. Let's go Aztecs.
This is Coach Ken Nelson, man. I'm an assistant head coach and defensive coordinator for the Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to my family back home in Texas, man. You guys tuned in today. Get ready for a good game, man, because we're about to bring it, man. Love to see you guys. You guys have a blessed day, man. Let's get it.
Scott Thompson, number 8, wherever we need me to play. That's it.
My name's Jason Gonzalez, aka Pennywise. My position, defensive end, and I want to give a shout out to my family, my dad that's in the hospital. Hope he gets better. But hey, let's get this money, baby.
Robert Boozer, 66, middle linebacker / DN for Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Just want to give a shout out to all the owners for making this one big league possible. Really appreciate it, man. Pack up.
Ron Ireland, center, number 50. Shout out to the guys, shout out to the gang.
My name is Maurice McLean, number 13. I play running back and wide receiver, and I want to give a shout out to my family for always being supportive of me in everything I do.
My name is Worthy. The position I play is everything. Shout out to the Wolfpacks, man.
All right, Joel Smith, Valley Wolfpacks, number 11, running back. Shout out to my fam, everybody who supports me.
My name is Jawan Brazil, number 2. I play receiver. Shout out to the guys, man.
Yo, what up? My name is Austin Barkley, aka Tits, number 88, tight end. Shout out to him.
Yo, what up, Wolfpack? Devin Strahan, running back, number 30. Shout out to Visalia. Shout out to the pack.
Tajay Worthy, number 25. Shout out to my girl, I guess.
My name is Roger Rios, number 35. I play D-line. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend and my daughter, and last but not least, Jesus Christ for keeping me healthy.
DJ Redmond, aka Mr. Timothy Poirier, safety, number 11. Want to give a shout out to my family, man. Without y'all, I wouldn't out here be doing this, so appreciate y'all.
Simba Williams, number 32, DN. Shout out to my daughter Tania, rest in peace.
Brandon Williams, running back, number 48, and I ain't got no shout out.
Isaac Rivera, wide receiver, number 11. I just want to give a shout out to my family, and I appreciate they're my biggest supporters.
So, my name is Titus. I'm number 6. You know, everybody around here know I like fishing and stuff. I want to give a big shout out to my family. They've been a semi-supporter of your boy, but it's all right.
Yo, my name is Angel Figueroa. I'm playing number 29 this season. I'm a corner. And I want to give a shout out to my son and my girl. And I just want to know that I appreciate you guys and letting me out here and be balling out and stuff like that.
Nick Mora, linebacker, number 75. I want to give a shout out to the Wolfpack for letting me rock again. And we're ready for the 4-peat, man. We're ready for the smoke.
My name is Joseph West, running back, number 38. I want to give a shout out to my mom for bringing me into this world and getting me as far as life that I am today.
What's up, guys? T Brown, number 3, DB. Give a shout out to my family. I want to say thank you and I love you guys, and thank you for just supporting me and allowing me to do, the things that I love to do, which is, play football.
Alfonso Zavala, number 41. Give a shout out to my kids and my wife. I love you guys and thank you for your support.
Nico Lippert, quarterback, number 15.
Nathaniel Sandoval, number 8, defensive end, defensive tackle. Shout out to the people who signed my check, because without them, this ain't possible.
Joey Haas here, offensive coordinator of the Wolfpack. Just want to shout out Farmersville High School. Let's go Aztecs.
This is Coach Ken Nelson, man. I'm an assistant head coach and defensive coordinator for the Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to my family back home in Texas, man. You guys tuned in today. Get ready for a good game, man, because we're about to bring it, man. Love to see you guys. You guys have a blessed day, man. Let's get it.
Scott Thompson, number 8, wherever we need you to play. That's it.
My name's Jason Gonzalez, aka Pennywise. My position, defensive end, and I want to give a shout out to my family, my dad that's in the hospital. Hope he gets better. But hey, let's get this money, baby.
Robert Boozer, 66, middle linebacker / DN for Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Just want to give a shout out to all the owners for making this one big league possible. Really appreciate it, man. Pack up.
Ron Ireland, center, number 50. Shout out to the guys, shout out to the gang.
My name is Maurice McLean, number 13. I play running back and wide receiver, and I want to give a shout out to my family for always being supportive of me in everything I do.
My name is Worthy. Position I play is everything. Shout out to the Wolfpacks, man.
All right, Joel Smith, Valley Wolfpacks, number 11, running back. Shout out to my fam, everybody who supports me.
My name is Jawan Brazil, number 2. I play receiver. Shout out to the guys, man.
Yo, what up? My name is Austin Barkley, aka Tits, number 88, tight end. Shout out to him.
Yo, what up, Wolfpack? Devin Strahan, running back, number 30. Shout out to Visalia. Shout out to the pack.
Tajay Worthy, number 25. Shout out to my girl, I guess.
My name is Roger Reels, number 35. I play D-line. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend and my daughter, and last but not least, Jesus Christ for keeping me healthy.
DJ Redmond, aka Mr. Himothy Poirier, safety, number 11. Want to give a shout out to my family, man. Without y'all, I wouldn't out here be doing this, so appreciate y'all.
Simba Williams, number 32, DN. Shout out to my daughter Tania, rest in peace.
Brandon Williams, running back, number 48, and I ain't got no shout out.
Isaac Rivera, wide receiver, number 11. I just want to give a shout out to my family, and I appreciate they're my biggest supporters.
My name is Titus. I'm number 6. You know, everybody around here know I like fishing and stuff. I want to give a big shout out to my family. They've been a semi-supporter of your boy, but it's all right.
Yo, my name is Angel Figueroa. I'm playing number 29 this season. I'm a corner. And I want to give a shout out to my son and my girl. And I just want to know that I appreciate you guys and letting me out here and be balling out and stuff like that.
Nick Mora, linebacker, number 75. I want to give a shout out to the Wolfpack for letting me rock again. And we're ready for the 4-peat, man. We're ready for the smoke.
My name is Joseph West, running back, number 38. I want to give a shout out to my mom for bringing me into this world and getting me as far as life. There I am today.
What's up, guys? T Brown, number 3, DB. Give a shout out to my family. I want to say thank you and I love you guys, and thank you for just supporting me and allowing me to do, the things that I love to do, which is, play football.
Alfonso Zavala, number 41. Give a shout out to my kids and my wife. I love you guys and thank you for your support.
Nico Lippert, quarterback, number 15.
Nathaniel Sandoval, number 8, defensive end, defensive tackle. Shout out to the people who signed my check, because without them, this ain't possible.
Joey Haas here, offensive coordinator of the Wolfpack. Just want to shout out Farmersville High School. Let's go Aztecs.
This is Coach Ken Nelson, man. I'm an assistant head coach and defensive coordinator for the Mid-Valley Wolfpack. Just wanted to give a quick shout out to my family back home in Texas, man. You guys tuned in today. Get ready for a good game, man, because we're about to bring it, man. Love to see you guys. You guys have a blessed day, man. Let's get it.
This is like right up your alley. We're live.
Say Darla? I didn't hear what you
Yeah. Can we get a little bit more?
Amy. Brazil. I don't think so. Absolutely. Looks like they're going to have to travel come playoff time. No home games. All right, coming back from the second half, and the Tigers set to kick this one away, and it hits the ground. Brazil picks it up. Oh, gets taken now before he gets back to the 20-yard line.
It couldn't get really anywhere thanks to the tackle by Sean Powell.
So it looks like they're keeping Juwan Breezel at quarterback. And, you know, Tony, one thing that we saw during halftime was Breezel warm up his arm. And the answer is yes, he can throw. He is an all-around athlete. Accurate, you know, good throwing motion too. Pulls the ball down, doesn't push it like Phillip Rivers. So I'm interested to see, you know, come game time, are they going to give him any throws? Is he going to try? Obviously he has it with his legs, but we'll see.
Ran into him during halftime, and I told him he needed to channel his inner Lamar Jackson today in the second half, and let's see if he's able to listen here.
Did you really say that?
I did tell him that. In the pistol formation, they hand it off to McLean. McLean gets 2 yards deep and is met with linebackers like it's been most of the day.
13 on the carry, brought down by Jordan Wallace.
And instead of a 2-yard gain, it almost looks like it's a 1-yard loss right there.
I mean, I think it's going to be everything that we've been seeing all day is just tight cover one, everyone manned up, just the whole Tiger defense looking for the run. Because the thing is, I'm wondering also, does Breezel know the passing concepts? You would think that he would, because they'll have him play outside and inside, and so if he needs to know him as a receiver, then he should be able to know him as a quarterback since he plays all positions.
And so if anyone's going to know the passing tree better, it's going to be Juwan, who has played every receiver position. So I agree. I don't know what's really going on the field. A lot of delay. I know the referees are the ones who called the time.
Looks like there's some technical difficulties with the chain crew.
and they are making their way right on back.
That's usually how it goes in these games. These guys did not wake up thinking that they were going to come and have to do this these days. You just find two, volunteers, usually like younger brothers of the players, and force them to do it, or you're going to beat them up later when you get home.
And as everyone's making their way over to help out with the chain gang, looks like they're going to use one of the injured players for the Tigers as he's moseying on over there. Looks like that could be Robert Batiste from Castro Valley, who's limping on over.
To answer based Jadoti's question, he was asking why Scott Thompson isn't playing quarterback, and actually they started him for the first 2 drives, Jadoti, and it did not end pretty. He threw balls all over the field, but also a pick 6, and after that they didn't put him back in.
And then right after that, he had fumbled, and they said, nope, no mas. And it looks like one of the Tigers players, oh no, in this big blowout goes down, clutching his knee. And that is going to be Marcellus Dawson on the ground. Really looks like he's in a lot of pain.
That looks like the 3-letter word we all hate saying, the ACL.
Yeah. So with that, we're just gonna, I know you just watched a bunch of player introductions, but we're gonna go talk to our
appears to be injured on the play.
Sponsors for a quick moment.
Share it with your family, then this is perfect for you. I recently went to a live animal show, and it was so much fun. There were all kinds of different animals, snakes, tarantulas, bunnies, birds, and even a tortoise. Plus, it was educational and interactive, so everyone could enjoy it. So if you want to bring some joy and education to your family, contact Reptile Ron.
Come watch the game with us. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, we've got you covered. Forever is hosting a watch party for your favorite sporting event. So come in for food or drinks and enjoy the games you can't make in person. It's even better when we watch together. Dear Rick, Mario, and Mark, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of something greater than myself. I promise to put forth my best effort to learn, to grow, and to always look for ways to help others. I hope that in my actions I bring excitement and respect to you and those around me. Thank you for believing in me. If you want to be a part of something greater than yourself, visit CFCAfootball.com for more information.
Tired of rooting for your favorite team alone at home? Introducing one location for our watch party. Come here and eat, drink, and watch our games with fellow fans. What's more, our parties come with great entertainment and a lively atmosphere that will make you feel like you're right there on the field. Upgrade your game day experience by joining us at El Patron for our watch party on game day.
Say you're a small business owner, and you're looking to get your business in front of a targeted audience. Let me tell you a secret. You can get a promo for your business on our games. And what that promo will do is it will give you prominent placement. So instead of paying thousands of dollars for a small business ad space, you're paying a lot less in our broadcast. And you'll be able to get your business in front of a targeted audience.
If you have a love for animals and want to share it with your family, then this is perfect for you. I recently went to a live animal show, and it was so much fun. There were all kinds of different animals, snakes, tarantulas, bunnies, birds, and even a tortoise. Plus, it was educational and interactive, so everyone could enjoy it. So if you want to bring some joy and education to your family, contact Reptile Ron.
Come watch the game with us. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, we've got you covered. Forever is hosting a watch party for your favorite sporting event. So come in for food or drinks and enjoy the games you can't make in person. It's even better when we watch together. Dear Rick, Mario, and Mark, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of something greater than myself. I promise to put forth my best effort to learn, to grow, and to always look for ways to help others. I hope that in my actions I bring excitement and respect to you and those around me. Thank you for believing in me. If you want to be a part of something greater than yourself, visit cfcafootball.com for more information.
Tired of rooting for your favorite team alone at home? Introducing one location for our watch party. Come here and eat, drink, and watch our games with fellow fans. What's more, our parties come with great entertainment and a lively...
All right, coming back from that, we really hope that Dawson is able to get a speedy recovery. It took a long time right there to get him off the field, but he has plenty of staff all around him taking care of him right now, and that is going to bring up the Wolfpack on their third down now.
You know, and honestly, I'm sorry, Tony, but I'm going to be honest with you guys too. Tony's not telling you that there was also some commotion going on between the two teams, and they actually had some unsportsmanlike penalties called on both of them, so they discounted each other. But it was getting hasty. Guys were fighting. Hopefully that doesn't transfer to the game and guys get start throwing late hits and stuff like that, because that's what you'll see when that kind of thing happens later in the game.
2 on the carry.
That was a great defensive stop right there by the Tigers. Jawan was trying to get to the edge, grabbed him by the jersey, and just kind of swung him back around. And because of that, oh no, I take it all back. He actually did get the first down. It looked like they marked him shy, but I take it all back.
First down for the visiting Wolfpack as the ball is placed at the 28-yard line.
There was a little scrum while that player was getting talked to, but if I'm keeping it real deal Holyfield, I only saw each team grabbing their own players to pull them back, and Jawan has not yet to throw a pass yet, and the ball's on the ground, and it looks like the Wolfpack are able to pick it back up. And let's find out what we're able to do here with a roughly 2nd and 10.
You know, Tony, one of my things to talk about too is I think that we should consider is it worth really putting Jawan back there? He's your best receiver, and that's obviously saying a lot because you do have a lot of good receivers, but he's arguably the best offensive player in the whole league. He's so talented, he's so fast, it's athletic, etc. And you're most likely going to lose this game. I'm just afraid of something happening and him getting hurt while he's trying to pick up where something he hasn't practiced.
I was actually thinking the same thing on those last couple of runs, just kind of watching him with a bunch of green grass. That is your most explosive playmaker. As he looks to pass, kind of gets to the outside, another flag on the play, and he is drilled right there. That looked like it was Jordan Wallace bringing the hammer.
Here's what you have to understand too, is that he's not a traditional quarterback who throws the ball before the defensive line gets there. At least that's the typical strategy for most quarterbacks. He's going to run most of the time, so this is going to give teams opportunities again and again to tee off and hit him hard. And though he's a super athlete, he's also not the biggest guy. So I don't know if this is worth the risk, because like a lot of people may or may not know, the starting quarterback Tyrone Williams of the Wolfpack has said he's coming back at least at some time this season.
And if he were to come back missing his number one wide receiver, I'm not going to say he's not going to perform, but you definitely want Jawan there. He's bailed you out in the past, and he'll be able to do it again in the future, kind of like Xavier Worthy is. Hey, he's down there somewhere, just throw it up. Breezel with a 2nd and a mile, steps back, finally throws it over the middle, and the ball hits the ground, intended for number 89, Tremont Thompson.
For number 89.
What you have to understand too is he's obviously an athlete, Jawan is, and so he's running around. Throwing the ball when you're standing versus throwing on the run are two different movements, as you saw there. And I don't even think he's gotten any snaps or warmed up playing quarterback, so you're going to get a lot of those inaccurate kind of plays, or someone who's really a great athlete not performing at the level he normally does because it's something he hasn't practiced.
And so with a 3rd and roughly 18, Jawan is going to put Anthony Worthy Sr. on his right-hand side and keep 3 receivers on his left-hand side for the left-handed quarterback, who stays in the pocket, throws a direct missile across the middle, and it looked like they are going to say no catch, no catch.
It still was a pretty good throw, though. I like that he stood in the pocket there and actually tried to not just run around like we've been seeing every play before. And it, wasn't the most accurate throw, but it had a decent amount of zip on it, and it got in the general area of the receiver. We'll see if maybe that picks up as the game goes.
And so with a 4th and roughly, again, 18, it got really quiet in here all of a sudden. You shut those doors right now, and all that outside noise just kind of dissipated.
I was thinking the same thing, too. It's like, oh, wow, I can actually hear my voice now.
And it looks like the Wolfpack set to punt it away, and the Tigers are going to send 2 receivers back as the wind is going to blow this punt in the other direction. Little movement early, and they're going to get a free 5 yards. That is the Wolfpack.
So that moves it from 4th and 20 to 4th and 15. Nice.
5-yard penalty against the Tigers. Will remain 4th down.
Yeah, man, this is just one of those situations. It's like, what do you do if you're the Wolfpack? What can you do?
Feed you now, BK.
What will be interesting, though, guys, is Naaman Branyan, the 2nd-string quarterback for the Tigers, number 7. Looks like he'll be starting the second half. Or maybe did I speak too soon? I just said that because he was warming up pretty consistently, but now I see Ace Boogie coming to get the play, it looks like.
That's going to bring out 1st down and 10.
And now the River City Tigers,
5-yard line of the Wolfpack,
with one of the best offenses in the league, marching back out on the field, led by the league leading quarterback and Ace Boogie. Whoa, okay, that was funny right there. I did not see the ref. Good thing he turned around smiling. I thought he was going to throw the ball at the ref's head right now. I was like, oh my goodness.
One thing I do like, though, Tony, is that even though the Tigers are up, they're still not overlooking the Wolfpack. They realized, okay, these guys don't have a quarterback, but they have literally everything else locked in. And they know that this game something could happen. You never know. So they're keeping their starters out there.
On the last defensive drive, it kind of bit them in the tail. Let's see if it doesn't do it here with the Tigers in the pistol heavy to the right formation. Looks like they want to stick to the run up to the middle, and that is going to be another 8-yard punishing run for the River City Tigers.
That was actually one of the bigger runs, at least up the middle, that we've seen the Tigers gain. They got a couple big chunks here and there on the outsides, but they kind of looked like they were staying away from running up the middle for a while. And so that makes me think, is the defense of the Wolfpack starting to get tired? Are they starting to get worn down? We always hear the good old term, establish the run, and that's what they're talking about. You keep beating the defensive line up until eventually they start giving up the big plays like that.
And I could see that now. Look at this. Running back on the right-hand side of Ace Boogie in the 3-point stance. Not something you normally see, but it does look like he wants to, they were trying to really fake the run there. Ball high onto the ground. Was intended for their
incomplete.
It looks
Rodney Chan.
It looks like they were trying to run a bubble screen or something. I think they got a false start, though. That fullback looked like he got a head start on the play.
Wow.
Okay.
I cannot believe I just saw that. A Tiger player takes a Wolfpack helmet and chucks it across the field. My goodness. That might be his final play of the day right there.
After penalty flag after penalty flag.
And that's what I was talking about, Tony, where, even though you guys didn't see the commotion during the break, when that guy got injured and the team started scuffling, I was wondering if that tension was going to transfer to later plays, and I'm willing to bet if that tension, that scuffle didn't happen during break, that little penalty wouldn't have happened either. You have those buildups. You remember, when you start making the game personal, and so you want to make it personal back. You're not thinking logically. Anyone who's played the game knows that.
Absolutely. So the referees threw about 14 flags. I think every referee threw a flag, and I'm still surprised to see any players on the field. They should all be off to the sideline in their own huddles trying to figure something out here. So let's let the referees do exactly that, figure out who's getting kicked, who's going to stay, where the ball is going to finally end up.
You know, and it doesn't help, Tony, that this is an understaffed referee squad. For anyone who's been paying attention and knows how to count to 4, knows that this referee staff is under. You have all these big dudes in pads yelling at each other, and you got to stand in the middle to break them up. It's already hard enough to do that when you're fully staffed at 7 or 8. So yeah, I feel sorry for these guys. But what you want to do when you are the refs is start throwing guys out, just to let them know that they're not going to walk over you, that they need to listen to what you say. It's the best option you have.
So the referees, and looks like they're talking to one of the staff of the River City Tigers, and looks like there is some hugs going on between the two teams, but no love lost definitely today. Clock stopped at 7 minutes and 18 seconds.
You know, Tony, like I said before, I'm going to put this out there again. I'm wondering how this game transfers if these two see each other in the playoffs, and specifically if the Wolfpack have all their guys, if they have their quarterback, then they'll actually be able to keep up and to compete.
Yeah, I want to see where, I mean, it does look like the Wolfpack's going to have to travel when it comes to playoff time. So if they are to make a trip back up here to West Sacramento, let's see if Tyrone makes the trip and is able to, you know, use this offense as the Wolfpack that you and I saw those first couple of weeks with through 3 games, 874 yards. My goodness.
Yeah, that man's the real deal.
And a lot of discussion with these referees, and I'm actually shocked to see as many coaches and players in the huddle. I wouldn't, if I was a referee, I would want just the coach, and that's it. Sideline. And the players are finally making an exit. I mean, this has already been a 3-4 minute delay. Like, how much longer are you going to really let this go?
Punches thrown.
Yeah, when you throw a helmet like that, I mean, he might want to go play quarterback for the Wolfpack, the way he chucked that across the field. But obviously, he doesn't care. He's still smiling with his mouth chomping. He's right there.
I bet you half the people haven't tuned out and they're still watching because they're actually still hoping to see a little fight action. Being real. I mean, I know I'd be watching like, all right, let's see if someone's going to swing what's up. I think what's happening though right now, Tony, is the referees are discussing, all right, we need to penalize someone. We can't just let that slide. So how do we go about this? If it was my call, the guy who threw the helmet in the air, I would kick him out. Yeah. I mean, I know this is just semi-pro, so you don't want to get too crazy, too aggressive. But, I mean, come on. That was so over the top.
Yeah. You chuck it 5? Okay. Here, we're getting some hand signals here. Punches first. I want to see if I can read some mouse. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Looks like it was on both sides. Oh, there it is on both sides. Another unsportsmanlike conduct. Nope.
Once again, we had unsportsmanlike conduct against both squads.
So it looks like the Tigers were hit with the 2 penalty, so they will go back 15 yards. Ooh. And I don't see.
You need a sweater? Did someone just get kicked out right now?
Unsportsmanlike conduct calls.
Did someone get kicked out right now?
We'll offset one another.
Not right now? Oh.
The next unsportsmanlike conduct call is against the Tigers. That'll move the ball all the way down to the 50-yard line, where the Wolfpack will have first down and 10. We'll be out here in 20.
So it looks like you said, Tony, there were 1 sportsman call against the Wolfpack, 2 sportsman call against the Tigers. So the Tigers have 15 extra yards are taken away from them. So it's going to be 2nd and 25.
And so it looks like through all of that commotion, the Tigers, or excuse me, not the Tigers, but the referees told everyone to just run the clock. So it was 6 minutes and 45 seconds. It's not going to stop for the rest of the day.
Wait, the clock was running the whole time?
No, it's going to start running right now, and it's not going to stop. They want everyone to get out of here in 22 minutes is what I heard.
I wouldn't have blamed the refs for actually running it the whole time that went down.
And Dawson goes up for the interception over the head.
Pass falls incomplete, intended for Jordan Jackson.
So Eugene Dawson was actually trying to slow him down right there, slow Jordan Jackson. But I think actually, which was a smart play, but I think he could have actually, if he would have pushed it, even got the pick right before it went out of bounds, it would have been an insane athletic play, but I'm just saying it's physically possible. But again, he made the smart play by making sure that Jackson couldn't get to it.
Just going off of what I see on the sideline, unless they forgot to move it, it'll look. Yeah, I was thinking it was third too. I think it is third. I think, oh, there he is.
Third down for the Tigers.
Yeah, third and 25. They're in shotgun right now.
Boogie looks to throw, finally gets it across the middle, and Anthony Worthy, the football god, is able to get there right before the receiver is able to catch it.
You know, one thing I really like about Ace Boogie is I like how he moves in the pocket for sure. You know, he steps up when he has to. He'll drop back when he needs to. Really good at reading the defensive rush. He also has a good arm. Accurate, quick release, good zip, decent amount of distance. But the one thing that I'm a little on the fence about is sometimes it feels like he does force balls, either pre-snap read forcing it, or sometimes he'll just see a guy real quick, and even if there's two other defenders around, drill it in there, which is always dangerous. So that puts him in that gunslinger category because he has a solid arm.
And with a 4th and 25, I'm surprised the Tigers don't set to punt it here. We've seen it in the past during halftime that their punter could get it deep. And Scott Thompson, with his 3rd sack of the day?
I think so.
Comes up and says, turnover on downs.
Turnover on downs, giving the visiting Wolfpack first down and 10.
You know, Tony, the good news about the unfortunate start at QB for Scott is he's just been tearing up on the D-line, man. You know this guy, biggest heart dude, but he's a big dude. That is a 6'5" athletic man, and he is driving those tackles back, dude. He is going for blood, and you can't blame him. You know, he knows how good of an athlete he is. You know how much he cares about his teammates, and so he's making up the best that he can, and he's delivering.
I couldn't agree with you more on that, B. Scott Thompson has put the team on his back in defense since he couldn't do it on offense, and that's a run up the middle. A successful run for the Wolfpack, one of the best of the day, about 7 yards right there. Joseph West on the carry.
You know, and that's actually the first time that I think we might have called West's name in a while. If can you remember? Have we ever called it? You know, usually he's one of the backup guys, but it's cool to see him get some touches and bust off a big chunk, man.
Yeah, I would love to see. I mean, the Wolfpack, they need something. They need some sort of life, and if it's going to come out of Joseph West, hey, have it come out of Joseph West. And Breezel up the middle tries to make something happen and scoots forward for another couple, but not enough for the first down.
Yeah, and Tigers, to no surprise, been the same defense just about all day. They've gone a little cover 3, and in earlier parts of the game, they had 2 safeties, but just tight press, cover 1, and you can't blame them. They're expecting the run, and the run is mostly what the Wolfpack's doing.
It was something that we talked about. We wanted to see the Wolfpack try to establish their run since they haven't been able to use any type of quarterback that's been able to throw the ball effectively. So I'm not really upset that they're using that. And that's a first down for the Wolfpack, trying to get something happen. That is Rick Woods.
First down.
That was sweet, man. I mean, that was like a breath of fresh air, to be perfectly honest with you guys. To see them actually be able to quick little play action, look to the opposite side, little flat route with the slot, but it's cool to actually see what we're used to, someone standing in the pocket and throwing the ball. Man, I can't say that I'm not in Breezel's corner though. Good guy, good athlete, and it was cool to see him do something there.
And so with a 1st and 10, breath of fresh air, West up the middle, West taking the defenders with him, and the play's finally blown dead after a gain of maybe 2 or 3.
You know, one thing I really like about West right there was that he kept turning his feet, man. Even though Joseph West was being held up by the D-line and linebackers, he still had his own line with him, and they felt his legs still driving, so they were still pushing. So A grade for heart right now, Joseph West.
The referee's having a little chit chat, and they're gonna say stop the clock, maybe.
That means keep it.
I know it's supposed to keep running, but I think they're just stopping it because they have to figure something out. They got to talk it over right now. That was a long conversation between the two of them. But they say, hey, we got it all figured out, and we'll just keep it moving, I guess. So Breezel in shotgun, gets it, looks left, stays left, throws it left, over the head. Ooh. And
pass falls incomplete.
Rick Woods looking to the referee saying, hey, that DB didn't turn his head and kept pushing me as the ball was in the air. And I understand Rick's complaint there. Why is that not a pass interference?
You know, Tony, my guess right there is Breezel. I don't even know if Breezel's ever played quarterback before this day. I know he's arguably the MVP of the league, in my opinion. But I'm willing to bet that he already determined that he was going to throw the ball to Woods, unless he was super covered, but he saw one-on-one, and so he kind of forced it there. The timing was good, though. He only held it for about 2 seconds, which is the average pass completion in football.
To answer that question for Lifey, it's because it's 25. Yes, it's 25-0, and there has already been a couple of fights, scrums today. And so Breezel trying to make something happen, scooting around, but gets absolutely drilled. And that is exactly what you talked about, Braden. Is it worth it to him to play quarterback when he's taking hits like that, where Dre Washington just unleashed the hammer on him?
And you know what? That's where I would say probably not. And I know you're competitive. I know you want to win, but again, Breezel is just such a weapon. And the thing is, the way Washington came in and laid the hit right there, it's not illegal. That's one of those ones where you can knock someone in the head and maybe even cause a concussion, but it's not illegal because he used his forearms. He didn't use his helmet or even his shoulder. And you could see that Breezel was feeling in his head there.
Breezel was slow to get up on that play. He looks like he's walking with a little pep in his step, so he's feeling all right. But I have to agree with you, B. I know Breezel's giving you the best option at quarterback right now, but he is also one of your best playmakers, and you're going to want him next week. You're going to want him healthy moving to the playoffs. Yes, you have not next week, but the next game, which is June 1st. You're going to want him there, and it looks like there's no way about it. The Wolfpack is going to have to, if they want to make it back to the championship game, they're going to have to go through all stages of the playoffs to get there.
You know, I guess, devil's advocate, which means taking the opposite position of how you feel.
Wolfpack are going to get an additional third down on the play.
Taking the opposite position of how you feel, they are driving. They're on the 25-yard line, so they're knocking on the red zone. I get the desire when you are competitive to want to score, and you can't blame them because again they are moving.
And so Breezel rolls, throws, and that is hitting the ground, almost intercepted.
Incomplete.
What's scary about that right there, Tony, is if that was intercepted, you're going to have D linemen right in Breezel's face, and they have the ability to block him, and they're going to give all their force, which also might hurt him. So good for the Wolfpack. It was intercepted for multiple reasons, including further risk potentially to Breezel.
Yeah. And so it looks like the Wolfpack
got
very, very slow right there. Trying to figure something out. It could be a potential delay of game. If they don't hurry up here. The referee is telling everyone hurry up, and then finally the Wolfpack looks like they're going to call a timeout here, and we're going to listen to our sponsors for a quick moment.
Taken by the Wolfpack.
there on the field. Upgrade your game day experience by joining us at El Patron for our watch party on game day.
Say you're a small business owner, and you're looking to get your business in front of a targeted audience. Let me tell you a secret. You can get a promo for your business on our games. And what that promo will do is it will give you prominent placement. So instead of paying thousands of dollars for a small business ad space, you're paying a lot less in our broadcast. And you'll be able to get your business in front of a targeted audience.
If you have a love for animals and want to share it with your family, then this is perfect for you. I recently went to a live animal show, and it was so much fun. There were all kinds of different animals, snakes, tarantulas, bunnies, birds, and even a tortoise. Plus, it was educational and interactive, so everyone could enjoy it.
All right, and the Wolfpack lining up for one of their farthest field goals of the year with a new kicker in Chance. And with the Wolfpack on their 5th down, ball is at the 25-yard line.
By the way, what a name for a kicker, Tony. Chance.
Right?
You ever think about that? I mean, you might as well call him Hope.
And the worthy senior gets it down. Kick is up. Oh! Kick looks like it had the distance. And I'm not getting a marker from any of the referees to know if it was good or not.
Nah, I think it was a little left. What was that call it? He hooked it.
Okay.
I do not know if that was good or not.
Yeah.
That'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was no good. But you know what? What we do see is that it had a nice drive to it and nice distance and height, just obviously a little to the left. That's their first time ever doing it live in a game, but that is something also to look forward to, which I think could be a huge difference maker for the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack have literally been solid in every position, in every way, except for the carousel quarterback situation and having almost no kicker at times. So at least there's some hope with one thing.
I'm confused.
So you have the Wolfpack coach, is that Raheem Love, who came out on the field right now to talk to the referees, say, hey, you didn't give us a signal. That looked good from my perspective. And you have one of the linemen for the Wolfpack who just walked off the field saying, why aren't there points on the board? And so now the Tigers, switching in at quarterback, decide that they're going to just stick to the run and get a couple yards. And those Tigers running backs
Williams keep the carry up the middle.
So they did switch their legs. So they did switch their quarterbacks to number 7, Naaman Branyan.
As the ball
I think we saw a player or two with him in the first half, but this is a good time to do what they call cleanup, Tony. That's when you know you've already won this game, so you put in your backups, you give them some PT, give them some experience, some highlight films that they could later get some likes on Instagram with and show their girlfriends. I'm telling you, man, likes equal love.
So Naaman in at quarterback, 2 receivers on either side, running back on his right-hand side, running back's going to go ahead and get the ball, running back finds the hole, gets the first down, puts his head down, scoots forward.
Williams.
So that was Tahir Williams, number 1, the running back. I actually like his style. You know, he's got really strong legs, but also what I like is that he's bouncing. He's a bigger guy, but I like that he's still bouncing around where the hole's open. He's being patient, waiting for things to develop, and as you see right there, get breaking it off.
Tahir grew up right here in Sacramento, still in at running back, gets the next carry, up the middle again, finally stopped by the defensive line of the Wolfpack. Q Taylor.
Number 5.
I think that was just a half-yard gain. You know, even though it's fourth quarter and they got their backups in and whatnot, you always have to respect the Wolfpack D-line. I mean, we've literally been singing their praises all year, and you see even right there, man.
Oh, look who's playing corner down here for the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack MVP of the season, Jawan Breezel, who has played defense, offense, kick return. Might see him kick it soon.
And I think he actually played quarterback too a little bit.
Yeah.
He's the all-around guy today.
So Neiman, 2 receivers far out to the left, 2 receivers far out to the right. Wolfpack fake the blitz. Neiman sees it, stays in the pocket. Pocket collapses, and that is going to be a sack for the Mid-Valley Wolfpack.
Sacked by number 5 of the Wolfpack.
And you know the Wolfpack love that, man.
Taylor.
They've been hungry all day, dude, and they finally, even though losing the game, were able to get a sack. Defensive line, you're always going to love that. One thing also is Neiman, man, he really looked quite startled back there. He held that ball for a while, and when that D-line got close, he started shaking, it seemed. But honestly, I can't blame him. I'll probably do the same with that D-line.
Might be the reason why Ace Boogie gets the starts here, even though Neiman does come in and play quite a bit. Looks like Ace Boogie is able to, handle the pressure when the defensive line just collapses.
And Eric, to answer your question, just go ahead and look at the bottom left of the screen, man.
The Tigers are the home team. Wolfpack is away, as we are here in...
Oh, they got a new quarterback.
Yes, I was about to say. It looks like a new quarterback.
Randall Smith
comes in. Boozer comes in hot, trying to get to the quarterback. Boozer is going to finally push him out of bounds as Scott Thompson came in.
Ball's incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down for the Tigers.
Eric, if you're watching the screen, I'm going to remove your comment, and the score is right under it. Bingo. 25-0. Tigers up with 9 minutes and 36 seconds. And we've seen the Wolfpack do this to other teams, but very rarely do we see it happen to the Wolfpack. I love you, Mac. You've been great. You were one of the first people that gave me heads up when I came out to practice, knew who I was, but I understand your frustrations.
One cool thing about this whole situation, Tony, you're going to lose when you're the Pack, but you can still have fun by trying different positions, switching guys in different roles. That's even what we saw Juwan get some snaps there at corner.
Looks like the Tigers go for the fake, and they get it! And it is going to be a first down as they keep running. That is going up the sideline, and it's just Breezel to beat as Breezel pushes him out of bounds inside the red zone.
Okay, I don't know if you saw that, but number 11, DJ Redmond, was baiting that. What that means by baiting is he was not covering the gunner, the guy who just caught the ball. He was lined up inside acting like he wasn't going to cover, like he was going to rush, and then as soon as the ball snaps, he runs out behind him. But he didn't get in good position, and so the guy still made the play on him. And someone else went to tackle, but he still broke the run. Who was the guy who caught the ball, by the way? What number?
I think he said Isaac Saya right now.
That brings up 1st down and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, number 23, Isaac Saya.
17-yard line.
Oh, he's the one who threw the ball.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't see who caught it.
But what's cool is you at home watching can with just your rewind option.
Damn, how many people want that? Great question. It did look like some of those
a lot of guys were
linemen
downfield.
Legally downfield, but
that's one of those situations when the ref is caught off guard, and they're also still human, so they're watching the damn play and forget to count the line going downfield. So good comment.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and just take a quick sponsor break.
So if you want to bring some joy and education to your family, contact Reptile Ron.
Come watch the game with us. Whether it's a casual get-together or a special occasion, we've got you covered. Forever is hosting a watch party for your favorite sporting event. So come in for food or drinks and enjoy the games you can't make in person. It's even better when we watch together. Dear Rick, Mario, and Mark, thank you for giving me the opportunity to be a part of something greater than myself. I promise to put forth my best effort to learn, to grow, and to always look for ways to help others. I hope that in my actions I bring excitement and respect to you and those around me. Thank you for believing in me. If you want to be a part of something greater than yourself, visit cfcafootball.com for more information.
Tired of rooting for your favorite team alone at home? Introducing one location for our...
I'm coming back from commercial break.
They're keeping Randall Smith at quarterback, it looks like, Tony.
Absolutely. Randall Smith with 2 running backs on his left and right hand side, just so go ahead and decide to run it. Tries to get to the outside, another flag on the play, and it looks like the Tigers are able to get close to the first down, but there were multiple flags on the play.
Carries the ball down to the left-hand side. There is a penalty flag on the play for holding against the Tigers.
You know, the thing is, Tony, that they had to hold Scott on there because he had such deep penetration, and if they didn't, it would have been a loss in the back.
Yeah, Scott was able to get back there fast, nice and deep, and if you didn't hold him on that, that could have been a huge loss.
Right, I mean, the Tigers, they want to score. That's what they came here to do, was just to, you know, even whether it's run it down your throat or take it deep, they want to score. Even if it means being dirty, you know, and that's what we saw right there in that play.
Yeah, little dirty laundry on the play after that one, and that's going to back the Tigers up to a 1st and 20. Let's see if they decide to stick to the run here with their new quarterback in, or if they're going to try and pass it. Nope, they are going to try and pass it to the end zone. One-on-one cover. What is going on out there? Looks like it could be a touchdown. We got kids playing in the end zone. My goodness.
Yeah, a good throw by Randall Smith, but that was, again, he is already a predetermined snap read. He was already going to throw the one-on-one to Jackson, Jordan Jackson on the side, because Jordan is, again, so big. And you have Breezel, who's like, what, 5'9", maybe 5'10"?
Those are fireworks, for anyone wondering.
I don't know, man. I went with this team, I'd be surprised.
Little dance battle right here. And the Tigers are now eclipsing, looks like 8 straight quarters of shutout football. And that is exactly how you want to end your season, as this is going to be the last game for the River City Tigers. They will have no game next week, as the whole entire league has a break for Memorial Day. And then June 1st would be their quote-unquote bye game. And so the River City Tigers look like they're going to end the season with a 9-1 record. They're going to end with the #1 seed. They're going to have a bye come June 8. Now that could almost bite them in the tail. We've seen that happen to the California Buckeyes last year. They didn't really play they played I think it was 2 games in about a 6-week span, and one of those games was a championship game, and they hit a wall not having the consistent play. So the Tigers are going to have at least 3 weeks off right now.
And you know, and Tony, that's always the big age-old question come playoff time. I mean, even in the NFL, you'll see times where teams will actually sit their starters on their last game, maybe 2, because they already know where they're going to be come playoff time. They're not going to be affected, so they just want to give their guys rest. But what happens with that is then they lose some momentum, player cohesion, things like that. And now I think the Tigers are just kind of rubbing it in with that little going for 2 fake play.
Yeah, it didn't seem like the hike was anywhere in a position where it could have been one of those fire plays. There's another firework going on. Let's see, it's right up in that area. Oh, this is one of those B, you see what's going on with the window here? It's dusty, and when you try to zoom in, the camera picks up the dust and it gets blurry. So we gotta make sure I bring freaking window cleaner from here on out.
I'm blaming Sacramento Unified School District.
Stop. They've been really gracious.
They've been great.
One of the only places I've ever seen where they
edit that one out if you can.
where they bring somebody from the district office to run the clock, which is absolutely amazing. Helps the home team. It helps both teams, and it just really goes a long way knowing that they have somebody that can just run the clock.
Big one saying that it was a bad snap. Maybe, you know, I wasn't looking too closely, so that could be the situation perhaps.
We did have a sideline.
Tad high. I agree with you. A tad high.
Penalty against the Tigers for unsportsmanlike conduct at the end of the play. That'll move them back.
Oh, they're getting. Oh. And so, for all of the Tiger fans that were wondering what's going on with their hurt player, and his name was Dollison, I believe. It looks like he is standing on his own feet right there. Does have a brace on. Looks like it is his right knee. And the Tigers kick it away. Grayson with the ball in his hands, trying to get to the outside, but the Tigers' pursuit has been there all day, just like it is today on this play.
Brought down by Cedric Derico.
And so with 3 minutes and counting, 3:30 and counting, the Wolfpack, they want to make it home safe. This game's over. Would they like to put some points on the board? Absolutely.
And they're competitive guys. I mean, they're still going to fight to the end.
With no turnovers in the second half, let's keep everyone healthy. And it looks like some players from the Wolfpack are going to get some playing time that don't normally do that.
I see Nick Sosa in there, number 75. Usually he plays outside linebacker, but he also has a history of running back. He actually played a little running back at Fresno City back in the day.
And I would like to see Nick Morris Sosa with some touches here. I know that he can run extremely fast and powerful. Love to see what it looks like with the ball in his hand. Breezel looks up to the sky, praying for something here, and decides just to go and hand it off. And that's Nick with the carry, and instantly brought down by the Tigers' defensive line. Warford, who gets up flexing.
Yeah, actually, for those who don't know, Fresno, well, really the mid-central valley, but they're still stationed out of Fresno, California, the Mid-Valley Wolfpack. They had 2 teams last year. Oh, actually 3. The Stallions, the Vikings, and the Wolfpack. But the previous 2 folded, and they all became one team under the Wolfpack flag. And Nick Sosa, he played running back for the Vikings last year, and actually did pretty good.
Could not get past. LJ Reed ended up falling down.
Jawan goes down, knee down before the ball goes down. And with 1 minute and 40 seconds, it looks like just a formality at this point.
Yeah, I think this is one of those situations where you just hand the ball off, run it, live to fight another day. And the thing is, look, as great as the River City Tigers are, and they are, everyone knows what the situation is. In this game, it's more quarterback oriented than ever. And when you don't have your guy, sometimes you don't have your team.
And the Mid-Valley Wolfpack lining up with 3 receivers far to the right. Nick Moore in the backfield with Breezel. Breezel says, I'm going to launch it, throw it away, and that is hitting the ground. And that was Javante. He had a step on the DB, but the ball just not where it needed to be to allow him to catch it.
And that's what actually, first of all, kudos to the Wolfpack for not just handing it off and still fighting to the end. I mean, that just shows you how competitive these guys are. But also, I'm finally glad that you can see what Javante Williams is capable of. This man is so damn deadly. He was way behind those DBs. If you had your regular quarterback, he could have even gotten further because he would have stretched him out further.
And Javante started the year with, it looked like it was a fracture in his right arm. So glad to see him healthy and finally getting some touches in.
So I guess, based on what we've seen, Tony, I think we're probably going to see another Hail Mary chuck it up there because these Tigers are still playing pretty close.
And it looks like Breezel directing traffic, fires one away into triple coverage, and that's the catch for the Mid-Valley Wolfpack, keeping their hopes alive of not ending. Nope, that was the last play of the game. I take it all back, and that's it. Game over. Tigers win.
Hey, great job by Tremaine Thompson, though.
Your Tigers, with their 9-game winning streak, will take the win with a score of 31 to donuts over the Wolfpack. Improving their record to 9-1 on the season. The Wolfpack going to 5-3 on the season. I'm done.
All right, so we're just going to talk to you for a quick second. After that game, we have Raymond Griffin and Jordan Jackson taking the co-MVP of the game, both of them with multiple touchdowns through the air, really just out-jumping the defenders, just absolutely destroying.
That was number 2 and number 84, the big guys catching all the touchdowns, so you can't blame us.
Yeah, and so now the Mid-Valley Wolfpack.
Oh, sorry, we're doing a stream like with 100 people watching.
So the Mid-Valley Wolfpack have one more home game. They're right now 5-3. They're going to play June 1st, and it looks like they're going to be on the road come playoff time. What do you need to see from the Mid-Valley Wolfpack that can really change their season around?
It's pretty much what we've been saying the whole time, Tony. They're a great team. They're covered in every way, but without a quarterback, I mean, you can see they can't really get farther along. They have, like we've been saying his name for a while, Tyrone Williams. Another one is Sam Metcalf, and they also have Nico Lippert. But all those guys aren't here today, so you can see when you don't have a quarterback, you really don't have too much of a team. And so until they can get that answered, I don't really know if there's going to be too much of a change.
And then now you get to see the River City Tigers in action, live and in person. 8 straight quarters of shutout football. What is going to slow them down come playoff time?
You know, you're going to have to cover yourself in all areas, because we saw that they're just a really well-balanced team. And on top of that, they really play well together. They have a good chemistry, have a good emotion, super competitive. The only way that you're going to be able to beat these guys is if you can match that.
I agree with you 100%. The way that the cohesion with this team goes together, it really just shows on the field. They can run the ball through the tackles, they can run the ball to the outside, they can throw the ball in the middle, and they can throw to the outside. It's good luck trying to stop them. The only thing that I saw today that could be in a negative red flag for the Tigers was they do play with high emotion. And if you're in a tight game, high emotion, and you have players that are going to get themselves ejected, that could be a turning point come late in the fourth quarter when it's the championship game. So I just want to see them, really cool their jets. Their head coach, Derek Watkins, I want to say his last name, is a high fiery player, and you've seen that in all levels. Your players really adapt to what the coach is, and I don't mind you playing with high fire intensity, but make sure that you're playing smart ball, because in the comments, even the road players were saying, hey, this game's wrapped up. Why are you playing dumb, basically? Low football IQ.
Yeah, no doubt. A lot of times when you have that mindset where you want to dominate, when things get hard, that's when the other team can get in your head, and that's when you start falling apart. So that is something to watch out for.
Yeah, and so we appreciate Sacramento opening their doors to us, the CFCA opening their doors to us. We'll see you guys in 2 weeks, June 1st, with the Wolfpack's final home game. Hoping to, trying to turn their season around. And Tyrone, if you're watching, love to have you back.